Hello everyone. Okay. Sorry for being late. A little bit there. It's never my preference, as you can imagine. I mean, the stream's starting later than usual anyway, as you can imagine. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good, okay. Let's see the show on the road. I do a little bit of this or that right before I started. Now, hold up. Where's the thing? Oh, there it is. Notification goes out? Yes, it does. Heck yeah. Okay. I think we're all ready. So we're gonna plow through Fume Tower today. We're gonna see if I can beat Fume Tower in 2 hours. I can kill all the bosses in 2 hours. Probably not. Take your bets. Considering I did Ivory, or I did Sunken King in 2 hours, which I was actually really impressed with myself for that. Oh, we need to get the dumb key. No. No. We need to get the stupid key. Why did they put off changing out my rings until today? Why did they put that off? That's what I want to know. Like, I literally could have done that at the end of last stream, and I wouldn't have to do it right now. Instead, I did this stream. Okay, now, the ring. Yeah, there, and then we go down the elevator. And we go to the stupid frogs or whatever. The dumb frogs. With the I don't even know. Alex Jones or something. I don't know. The silly frogs. The silly frogs and their silly little hitboxes. See, the thing is, those enemies are my weakness. Because you'll notice that my shirt is made out of straw. And so straw, obviously, very flammable. So, yeah, you get the idea. That's really the core problem. If I weren't wearing a straw t-shirt. And bones, I guess, too. I guess bones are flammable? I don't know. Ah, God. Okay, cool. We got the thing, so that's all that matters. Yeah, we got the key. Where's an Iron Keep? Yeah. Yeah, I had a pad thai for dinner. It's a little too salty. I think maybe I need to add no salt to it at all. Because there's a tablespoon of soy sauce and a tablespoon of dark Chinese vinegar. And then some chili sauce, some garlic chili sauce in there, and the peanut butter. And it's real good. It's real tasty. It's like a 10 out of 10 meal. But it's a little too salty, if I'm being honest. So I'm sitting here drinking water like crazy. Okay, well, I should have known. That would just one-shot me. I thought to myself, like, maybe not. Maybe that just won't one-shot me. I don't know. But it happens. It happens. Let's ring a binding up. Oh, I need to mess with my spells too. I have the wrong spell set up as well. Because why wouldn't I? Okay, cool. Thank you, sir. I like how they give you that lightning bow for this boss, even though it's like the worst, the worst way to handle this boss. It's like a really abysmal way to deal with this boss. It's like killing Ceaseless Discharge with a bow. Like, yeah, the bow's great for some things in that game, but not Ceaseless Discharge. You want to like hit him really hard and fast with a falchion every time he slams down, or you want to just cheese him with a weird thing where he jumps on the ledge. I wonder what's up with that. It's really weird that they thought that they should include that in the game. It's kind of like kind of has a Demon's Souls vibe to it. The Ceaseless Discharge, where you can run to one end and then you run back to the other end, and then in doing so he leaps onto the ledge and then you just break his grip and he dies. It's very Demon's Souls, very much like a Demon's Souls kind of thing. Like that's kind of the progression, is like you do Capra. It's like weird. It's like you do Capra, and that's kind of like a weird meme boss. Yo, what's up, dude? How you doing? You do Capra Demon, and that's kind of like a weird boss. And then you do... and then, you excited to see me destroy the Fume Tower? Hopefully I didn't jinx myself saying that. Let's see if I can hit Salon. That would really be the trick today. Would be if I could hit Salon. I'm really confident I can beat this place in like 2 hours. I'm very, very confident. What was I saying again about... oh yeah, so it's like you do Capra, and then you do Gaping Dragon. Give Emit Force a try. Emit Force. You really want to see me use Emit Force? Sure, let's do some Emit Force. Let's emit some force. Let's see if this even does anything at all. Let's see if this spell does literally anything at all. It's like a casual new game playthrough kind of like thing. It's like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe you could use against invaders, yeah. But yeah, so you kill Capra Demon, and then you kill Gaping Dragon, and then you kill Quelaag, and then those are all kind of like standard bosses, I guess. Oh, it's so terrible. God, just emit this from my magic bar, please. When I hit the next bonfire, we're gonna forcibly emit this from my magic bar. We're gonna ask Emit Force to politely leave my magic bar. It's like worse than Dark Orb. It's like worse than Dark Orb in every way. It didn't even knock him down. It literally didn't even knock him down. It's like you... Oh, come on. It's like the one thing it's supposed to do is knock them down. It's literally the only thing it's supposed to do is knock enemies down. It doesn't even do it. It didn't even do it. It just didn't work. It's like no, sorry. Hold up. I'm getting distracted by this terrible spell. Thank you so much, chat, for or Rise on Roots in this case for presenting me with the worst spell that I think I've ever seen in my whole life. Well, it's actually probably not that bad in the grand scheme of things. It's pretty bad though. Oh shoot. Honestly, it's probably decent against Dark Lurker. You need 1 million copies of it though. You need literally like a billion copies of it to do anything against Dark Lurker. But anyway, so yeah, you kill Capra Demon, and then you kill Gaping Dragon, and then you kill Quelaag, and at the end of all of that, you get like a meme boss. You know, Ceaseless Discharge is like a meme boss. He's like a freebie weirdo meme boss that you get, and it's like the same with whatever her name is, Bed of Chaos. Same principle, right? So it's like you kill, you know, the stupid Demon Fire Sage, right? Pretty standard boss. You kill the Centipede Demon, pretty standard boss, and then you get so it's like I think what's going on is it's a confusion of design. So I think originally they were like, oop. Originally they were like, how do I do this area? Okay, not this way. Not whatever way I'm doing it. Whatever way I'm doing it is not the way to do it. Okay, I only get one shot at this. I only get one shot at this. Swag. That's right. But yeah, so this gets good confusion of design where they were like, are we gonna make this like Demon Souls? Are we gonna make this like Dark Souls? Are we gonna make this like its own thing? Or is every boss gonna be legit? And so it's kind of weird. It's like one of those weird things where like Demon Souls is literally stuffed to the gills with gimmick bosses. It's like literally fully half of all the bosses in Demon Souls are gimmick bosses. Like there's like really easy bosses, and then there's really hard bosses, and then there's gimmick bosses, and nothing in between. Basically, right? So you have, you know, Phalanx, and that's like a pretty easy boss. And then you have Tower Knight, which is also a pretty easy boss. And then you have Penetrator, which is really hard. And then you have, or I guess that's the one exception. There's no gimmick boss in that level. I guess Tower Knight is kind of a gimmick boss when you really think about it, but I think it's mostly legit. And then you go to World 2, and that's like Armor Spider, like pretty easy boss. Dark Flame Lurker, really hard boss, right? And then Dragon God, which is just like a gimmick boss. And then you go to World 3, and it's like False Idol, Fool's Idol, which is, by the way, one of my favorite bosses in the series. Fool's Idol, really cool boss, but also really easy. And then Man Eaters, which is like the hardest boss in the game, or one of the harder bosses in the game. And then Old Monk, which is like a gimmick boss. And then you go to World 4, and that's man. And you go to World 4, and you have what's in World 4? And then it's what is his name again? Judicator. Judicator is a pretty easy boss. And then Old Hero is like a really hard boss. And then Skylord or whatever. What's his name? Storm King. Storm King's really easy. Like completely gimmicky. And then same exact premise in World 5. It's like Leechmonger, really easy boss. Dirty Colossus. I guess Dirty Colossus is pretty easy still, so it's like whatever. Dirty Colossus is also pretty gimmicky. And then Maiden Estrella, who's like another meme boss. Like a total weird joke boss that makes no sense at all. And then finally there's the King Allant. And then that's another one where it's like you have King Allant, who's like a really hard boss. Like arguably the hardest boss in the game. And then you have True King Allant that's like a total joke. So the final boss of Demon Souls is like a slug that sits on the ground and does nothing. Like literally a completely impotent slug that does literally nothing. And that's the final boss of Dark Souls, of Demon Souls. And it's like weird. It's like really weird. So I guess the actual final boss is oh shoot. Oh my goodness. Well, we're not working towards 2-hour Fume Tower at this rate. This has been kind of tricky. But anyway, I still gotta get Magic Clutch Ring too. But anyway, so the real final boss is King Allant, and then True King Allant is just like a gimmick. Yeah, so it's like really weird, and so it's like, yeah, Dark Souls has like none of that. There's like only one gimmick. There's really only one gimmick boss in the whole game. Other than Ceaseless Discharge, it's literally Ceaseless Discharge and whatever her name is, Bed Chaos. Those are the only two gimmick bosses in all of Dark Souls 1. And so it's not clear if they were early in development or late in development. I think they were late in development, if I'm not mistaken. I think that area was the one they did last, and which is why it suffered so much. But I mean, there's you could tell the game was getting rushed even by Tomb of Giants. Tomb of Giants is like weird. Tomb of Giants is like bizarre. Tomb of Giants is like We're running out of ideas. Like, it's very, very bland and plain. They go out of their way to hide the fact that the area itself kind of has nothing going for it. It's literally just like generic cave textures with like a handful of tricky extra details to it, like the giant coffins and stuff. It's the sort of thing where, oh god, please, please, please. Sayonara. Sayonara. Uh-oh. Do I need to kill this one? It's okay. It's actually almost viable. I'd say it's almost viable. I have a copy of it if you want to see me use it. If you want to watch me demonstrate it, I will. Absolutely. Be more than happy to do that. Give me a second though. Because I have a copy of it. I have a fully upgraded version of it and everything. Ready to go. I think it's fire infused though. Come on. Come on. Come on, you dumb red phantom. Come on. Come on. Wow, this guy's a huge coward. There we go. Yeah, I'll use it. I'll show you. Well, I need to infuse it is the problem. Because it's fire infused at this exact moment. So I can't, it's not fair to use a fire infused weapon against these enemies. Like, that doesn't make any sense. But it's all right. I'd say it's almost viable. So, like, if we look at it, so the damage is good. The scaling is good. It has 160 counter damage, which is like really crazy. So it hits like a truck, basically. The problem is because of old Leo Ring, that's what the rapiers do. So the extra counter damage that it has essentially has no meaning at all. And then the self damage too. So I think this guy maybe is resistant to fire. I don't know. I need to do a side by side here. Oh. What I need to do is I need a side-by-side here. You can do that with it. That's pretty good, actually. The one-handed L2 is pretty decent. Or I guess you could do both. You could. So yeah, the problem is the one-handed L2 comes out real slow. So it's like the sort of thing that's like good in theory, but in practice it really only works against ordinary enemies. Instead, if you're fighting bosses, you want to. Yeah, it's okay. Really massive counter damage. This sucks. Yeah, it's alright. What does he drop? What does this guy drop? So we're hitting like 415 and the self damage too. So we'll try a regular rapier. Oh, we'll try fire. We'll try the fire ice rapier here. There's also no bleed on it either. Yeah, so I just casually hit that guy for like 500 with the ice rapier. It's okay. That's worse than I thought it was. I thought it would be better than that. Oh no, I'm only hitting for like 400. Yeah, but you see the issue where it's like stun locking this guy's like a complete joke with the ice rapier, the range on it and everything like that. It just does better. So yeah, it's almost viable. I'd say it's probably the best weapon in the game that isn't strength. It's the only other dex weapon in the game that's even modestly good. Yeah, it's probably the only other weapon in the entire game that's not strength that's even halfway good. It's the closest. I'd say it's Ice Rapier is number 1, and then probably Rapier is number 2, and then maybe Chaos Blade is number 3. Not counting strength weapons or weapons with other weird scaling. So there's a couple weapons I do need to try, and that specifically being I need to try Grave Black Sword. Do I have that soul? Yeah, I need to try this weapon, and I need to try the weapon for Skeleton Lords next cycle. So there's a couple other weapons that I need to test, but basically there's some decent strength scaling weapons too. There's like a halberd that's all right, and then there's also the Red Iron Twin Blade, and then those have been okay. I found those to be decent, but I think Chaos Blade is maybe like I think Chaos Blade other than those weapons, Chaos Blade is like it's like the 5th best weapon in the game or something. But in a game like this, that's really bad. In a game like this, that's really terrible. Basically. Ah! Like, I think it's very relatively distant. We could actually use. I mean, we try the halberd right now. Actually, that's one thing we could do. Or I could try the twin blade. Let's try the twin blade. Let's mess around with the red iron twin blade for a second here. Where is it? What's the other one I was talking about just now? Oh yeah, this one, the lightning mastodon halberd. So this one's pretty okay too. Yeah, look at that. Big damage. Big damage. Come here. Yeah, bro, red iron twin blade's way better, probably. Way better. Like 100 times better, I'd say. I think Chaos Blade is maybe like the 5th strongest weapon in the game or something. Like, it's the question I have for you is like, how could it, like, look, right, you're either gonna use a Chaos, you're either gonna use a rapier, and then so I think maybe that's maybe number 3 or 4. So I think ice rapier's number 1, rapier's number 2, either red iron twin blade is number 3, and like mastodon halberds, like number 4. So maybe mastodon halberd might be number 3. But the problem is you have to sweet spot it, so it does have a downside. It's about as good as, yeah, as you can see that this just trucks him. I'm like missing like 30 AR on it too from strength scaling. And so yeah, those are probably the best, I'd say the best 3 other than the rapier and the ice rapier, those are the best 3 weapons in the game. But even if we go to the rapier, even if we use like the regular rapier, it's still going to be better. Like this is a fire regular rapier. Like first off, it weighs nothing in my inventory. Yeah, it's just like I'm nailing for just like, yeah, look at that. Just in 1 stamina bar I kill him, no problem. No muss, no fuss, just a complete joke. Yeah. So, and probably, I need to look at other thrusting swords actually. Hold up, there's actually one thing I need to test here, because probably a Spada Ropera. So there's actually probably a series of thrusting swords that are better than the weapons in the 2nd and 3rd and 4th place. So I need to remember which, DS2. So I'll go through and I'll mention them all. Okay, so we have S-Stock. No, S-Stock's not better. Honestly, probably even Mailbreaker's better. I hate to say it. Even full-blown effing Mailbreaker is better than probably most weapons of the game. No, maybe not. You're losing a lot of damage on Mailbreaker, so definitely Rapier. Rickard's Rapier doesn't take elemental infusions very well, so no. Honestly, probably Chaos Rapier is really good too. It has counter damage and everything. And then a Spada Ropera too. So there's like, so it's like Ice Rapier's number 1, probably a Spada Ropera is number 2, which I don't have a copy of the Spada Ropera. A Spada Ropera is number 2, Rapier's number 3, and then like Mailbreaker probably even. I need to mess with that. Do I have a copy of the Mailbreaker? Where do I get one? There's one in the Forest of Fallen Giants, right? Okay, do I have a copy of the Mailbreaker? I need to test that. I need to test that, because I'm suspecting that the Mailbreaker is better than even like half the weapons I'm saying are okay. Yeah, so I think maybe Chaos Blade is like the 10th best weapon in the game, probably. Something like that. And then I think maybe the Mace or something is okay too. Like, very distant from the top, very far from the top, but whatever. What was I saying again? Do I have a Mailbreaker? No, I need to find a Mailbreaker. Okay, we need to test a Mailbreaker too. Thank you for helping me cluing me into this. Because I need to do even more testing and I need to assess. I really want to figure out where a lot of these weapons fall on the list. And then also I need to get into Spada Ropera too. Because in a Spada Ropera... Yeah. I know where it is. Thank you. And then I need a Spada Ropera too. And because the Spada Ropera, it's probably not any... It's definitely not better than Ice Rapier. I don't think. But it's more durable. So my understanding is that it has a really high durability total to it. So you can maybe use it against bosses like, you could probably like Dark Infuse it or Lightning Infuse it, and use it against bosses like Sin, and bosses like Ava, and stuff like that. Because those like to break your weapons, right? And so you lose the bleed damage, but the weapon will just like never break. But to be fair, you don't really need more than 2 swords anyway to kill those bosses, so it kind of doesn't really matter. Oh, this sucks. Oh, Iron King. You're a bloodthirsty foe, you are. Why do I have a fire weapon equipped? Okay, let's fix that. We're gonna fix that. We're gonna fix the fact that I have a fire weapon equipped for some reason. Now, Mailbreaker has a shorter range, and you also don't benefit as much from scaling with Mailbreaker, so probably Mailbreaker is no good, although I bet it's more durable too. And then Spada Ropera benefits the best from... Oh, this is 6. So this is +5. +5 / String Lake 6. So there's 2 more to go. There's Drink Lake 7 and Drink Lake 8, or New Game +6 and then New Game +7 before I cap it out. Yeah, this is good. So I need to test Roaring Halberd. I need to test Crypt Blacksword. So Roaring Halberd, Crypt Blacksword, Mailbreaker, and a Spada Ropera. I have to test all those. But I mean, like I said, the thing about Ava, no, I guess Sin is probably really good against Sin actually. So I'll probably just Dark Infuse it and then use it against Sin, if it even works for that. We'll test it against Ava. Because I think it upgrades with the regular Titanite too, but I need to infuse it. Okay. There's 1. Oh, you scumbags! Delightfully devilish. Ah. Seymour. Steamed hams. Wait a minute. Why don't I just urine? Wait a minute. Am I not urinating? Do I need to urine this? Is urinating gonna work this? Let's try. Let's see if I can urine this. Oh yeah, the air fryer. I keep forgetting about that. I forget about that so over and over and over again. I really want one. But I just don't think, I keep forgetting about it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I just keep forgetting about the air fryer. It's on the it's not, I haven't written it down. I need to like write that down or something. Or I need to wait for like a better sale or something, just anything. I need to go to the grocery store downtown and like see what they have. Cuz I got a bunch of, I actually, is this the right way? No, this is not the right path. Cause yes, don't worry. I'll get my air fryer and I'll tell you all about it because it's honestly, it looks really cool. It looks like a very high quality technology that is going to improve my cooking. Because what I'm going to do with it, I'm gonna basically use it the Chinese style way, and I'm going to cook stuff beforehand. Yeah, probably. That's actually not a bad idea. This works. Oh my god. You video game. You stupid video game. It's, you know what? No, I'm not going to blame the video game for that. That's on me. That's just purely on me. Honestly, that's just sheer incompetence. Just brazen incompetence on my part. Just complete brazen incompetence on my part. Oh. Just complete brazen incompetence. I just keep forgetting about it. Because if you're doing this game casually, you're never going to use that thing. You're always going to fight every dumb enemy. You know? And if you die a million times, you just don't care. Because it's your casual playthrough. Come on. No! As you urine again. Well, that's never been an issue before. So whatever is going on there, that's never been an issue for me before. So I've never had that happen where they shoot light. I don't think so. But yeah, I think maybe Espada Repara has niche applications against durability shredding bosses. So specifically Ava and Sin. And then that's like it. It might do better than Rapier, but I really doubt it's better than Ice Rapier. Just looking at the raw numbers. But it might be better than Ice Rapier too. But most bosses, durability is not a problem, right? It's only those 2 bosses, basically. Or it's those 3. Because it's Ava, Ludzalin, and, oh god. Because it's Ava, Ludzalin. Nope, nope, please. It's Ava, Ludzalin, and then, Sin. No, that already happened. I did that I actually covered that a long time ago. Maybe I'll do it again. Next up is Demon Souls. I'm gonna play a ton of Demon Souls. I'm gonna be playing Demon Souls all just like over and over and over again for weeks and weeks. Oh god. And then I already did Dark Souls 3 Game Plus. Maybe I'll do it again at some point because there's some more milling to thump there. So basically, to explain Dark Souls 3. Oh, one sec. One sec. Some guy's DoorDash, but it's the wrong door. I didn't order DoorDash. So anyway, what was I saying again? There's a knock on my door. Very surprising, because I don't get a whole lot of knocks on my door. But anyway, so the thing about DS3 is it's like basically what you do is you get a bunch of defenses. So you start by getting a bunch of defensive stats, and you just like raw infuse your weapon or whatever. And then you get 15 intelligence, 15 faith. So you can cast a bunch of like cheese spells. So you can go invisible. You can cast hidden body. And then you can also cast denial. And then you have like a raw infused weapon. And you stack like a bunch of defenses. And then when you're done stacking all of your... When you hit every soft cap for defenses, including armor. So you hit like the major soft caps for armor and health. And then you just start pumping strength. And you just heavy infuse your weapon. And then when you're done with that, you just... and then you switch to refined infusion. And you just start pumping dex, and you switch your... Or no, and then you max out int. I think I'm messing with the order of things slightly. Because you definitely want int. You definitely want to buff your weapon too, with Crystal Magic Weapon. You could also do Lightning Blade, that's also fine too. Lightning Blade is also very viable. But I went with Crystal Magic Weapon in case I wanted to use like some meme spells out of intelligence. Like Great Magic Shield. And Great Magic Shield and like Pestilent Mist. So you can do like Pestilent Mist against like the Crystal Sage in the Duke's Archives, right? And how he's like really annoying and he teleports around and like shoots up to you. Well, you can kill him by just using Pestilent Mist. So you just stand in front of him and Pestilent Mist and just dodge his spells and he'll just die and he won't teleport. It's like stuff like that, right? Like that's a thing you can do if you're using that's the thing you're allowed to do if you're using intelligence. And then you can also Great Magic Shield to give yourself a shield or to make your shield block literally anything. So you can literally give your shield a buff. It only lasts like 40 seconds, so it's bad. But in theory, you could literally block any attack in the game with Great Magic Shield and the right shield. If you just had the right shield, you could block literally any attack in the game for no stamina expense. It costs literally 0 stamina. Block any boss. But only for 40 seconds. So it's basically worthless. But that's another thing that I looked into. And so I think Crystal Magic Weapon is actually maybe a little bit better for that. So if I did New Game Plus again, as in Dark Souls 3, which I may consider doing, what I would do is I'd do like a no-hit build. I'd go like all offenses. I do like Morian Blade and oh shoot. Oh. I do like Morian Blade and I do like Morian Blade and Lightning Weapon or Sunlight Blade or whatever. And I just like stack offenses, RTSR. I'd use like a no-hit build. Because you can kill bosses really fast in that game with a no-hit build, but you have to actually know the bosses, basically. Because you still have to dodge them for like 30 seconds, or else you're just going to die over and over and over again. But you also get... and so my recommendation, if you're going to play, if you're new to if you're new to DS3, I recommend just stacking defenses, and the game will be much, much easier. You'll just, like, bosses will just, like, hit you over and over and over. You'll just make mistake after mistake after mistake and not get punished for it. Because you just stacked defenses into oblivion. And you just work bosses down that way. And that's the way I did things for New Game Plus, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. I had a huge amount of fun with that. Oh. Fudge. I had a huge amount of fun with that. I found that to be very, very rewarding. But yeah, I definitely know that you can do some like meme stuff where you go. You can do some meme stuff where you go like you can do some meme stuff where you go all you can go all in on offense, and that's pretty cool too. It's fine. It's not something I want to do right now, but maybe I'll do it in the future. But I already made a guide video on it, so I have a video on my channel all about that, actually, in my DS3 playlist. It's the last video. I go over exhaustively, like, every spell you really want, every weapon that's okay. The gap between weapons in DS3 is... The problem with DS3 is that it has the same problem as this game, where the gap between the best weapon and the not best weapon is, like, really massive. But it's still a lot closer, I think, in DS3. I much prefer DS3. I much prefer DS3. I think DS3 is the best game because it's all slick and fancy and cool and sexy. But honestly, DS2 looks better than DS3. I think for, at least in my personal opinion, that's obviously subjective, but I think DS2 looks better as a game. I think some areas in DS2 are really disappointing, but I think on the main, DS2 looks a lot better. And then I also think DS2 is weird. DS2 is weird and interesting. DS2 reminds me of The Binding of Isaac. In all the bad way, in every bad way that's bad, and also in every way that's good. Yeah, it's a weird... DS2 is I don't know if it's the best Dark Souls game, but there's a strong argument to be made that it is. And I very much wholeheartedly respect that belief. I think that's a very, very meaningful belief that has real merit to it, in my opinion. It's not necessarily something I agree with. I think just because the mechanics of DS2 are so much more fluid and fun, it ends up being a more interesting game to play. But that doesn't change the fact that I still love DS2. I think DS2, there's something truly special about DS2. It's a truly magical experience, unlike any other. There's no game that has ever been like DS2. And I don't think there ever will be another game like DS2 ever again. I think DS2 they broke the mold with DS2. It's a completely unique game with no equivalent in any way. It's like every other Souls game is more like each other than they are like DS2. Yeah, I agree with that too. I think DS2 World is also more interesting too. I think places like Majula and stuff are really sexy. Even the Fume Tower, like I love the dog on the Fume Tower because it's kind of crappy. But it's still really cool. Like the concept is really cool of like this giant forge tower where they're just like making weapons and crap because like why not? Like I think that's really cool. I don't think they do enough to really sell that as the idea. I would prefer there to be like lots of anvils and stuff like that around. I think they actually are really bad at transmitting the idea that this is like a giant weapon factory. You know what I mean? Like I would prefer there to be just like anvils and just like random crap everywhere that's like, you know, and guys with big forge hammers, and that's the kind of thing that they were kind of missing when they made these games. To be very blunt with you, or at least this game in particular, is I feel like this game lacks like visual storytelling in terms of like what these places even do. You know, like it's impossible to not see this place as just being a level in a video game. You actually have to think about it to see this as being something other than just a video game level, right? Like there's like what's the deep lore for this place? I don't know. There's a angry guy at the bottom of it. Okay, we got an angry guy at the bottom. I guess that's good enough. But I feel like DS3 is a lot better at that. DS3 has stuff like, you know, it's like the Profane Capital. There's a bunch of gold there. Okay, I guess that's something, right? There's a bunch of treasure. So he's collecting treasure. Okay, whatever. Good enough. You know, full send it. You know, there's a prison. What do they do in the prison? They keep people prisoner. Okay, you know, full send it, right? What is this place even? You know, what does this place even do? What do they do here? What business is this place in? I don't know. It's just some random junk. Oh god. They're just doing random stuff here. So that's my main gripe. I think the DS2 world is just very bad. It's like Iron Keep. What are they doing? Oh no, I guess Earthen Peak is really good, right? Because all they're doing is manufacturing poison. So that's like a really great example of a place that makes sense. I think Huntsman's Copse is really bad too. Yeah, no, that's the issue with DS2. I think the world looks very good, but I think they really just did not think it through at all. Like, this place gives me nothing to work with. Like, there's guys. It's like, and the same thing with Sunken City. I guess Shulva's decent, okay. So Shulva's decent, right? Because it's like some kingdom and then a dragon shows up and that's like it, right? Okay, whatever, right? Makes sense. Oh no, I don't know dark orbs. Fudge. Gotta do this. Oh man. Can this guy be poisoned? We're gonna find out. Yes, he can. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't have any dark orbs attuned, sorry. For some reason, I think I took off my dark orbs for Crystal Magic Weapon. Yeah, so that's kind of the main issue with it. I mean, I guess that, like, not every area, like, because none of these areas really have a purpose at all, other than being video game levels, so it's like, you know, duh, right? Like, duh. But, like, by the same token, a little more effort into trying to explain what the heck this even is would be very, very welcome. Like, any amount of world building here. There's no NPCs for this place, you know, so there's no one like, oh, the Fume Tower was once the center of the government or whatever. But the evil king burned away in anger. You know, it's like we have to do all of the heavy lifting. It's all in item descriptions for just like useless items that do nothing. So it's like there's no incentive to actually go through the trouble or like figure out what's going on. You know, and I get that they don't want to spoon feed us everything, but like, come on. Oh, erase one from the world? God, that's impossible. Dude, that's like asking me to kill both of my children. It's like, which child do you love more? I literally cannot imagine answering that question, to be honest with you, my friend. That's like an impossible question. Yeah, I would give anything for like any kind of like clarity here, to be honest with you. Anybody to just like talk to and tell me what to do, or just like explain anything to me would be brilliant. I'd give anything for that, but it's just not how it works. But of course, you know, that costs money. You know, you got to pay some guy to do the voice lines. You know, you got to write the dialogue. That takes time. You know, all this stuff. You know, when they gotta do the item descriptions for 100 items, and they have to do the, you know, all this stuff for all these items and all this stuff and just all the, you know, so it just ends up not really being, you know, meaningful, I guess, right? They're just like we can't be asked. Hold up, let's actually take a look at something. And I'm really bad about reading item descriptions too in these games. So what's the Fume Sword? What does it say? So, straight sword forged from the soul of the Fume Knight and imbued with the dark of Nidalia. The exile swordsman Rame had the ability to expunge the black fog, but chose instead to live alongside it in the company of the child of the dark that haunts the world. What does that mean? So I'm like reading this item description and it answers no questions. It makes no sense at all. It's just what even is this? Soul of the Fume Knight that guards the dungeon of Broom Tower. Raim was a distinguished knight who became infatuated with the Bride of Ash and settled in this land of smoke and fog. The wondrous soul of this knight can be used to acquire numerous souls or to create something valuable. Okay, so let's look at the Fume Ultra Great Sword. Ultra Great Sword forged from the soul of Fume Knight. The Exile Swordsman Raim had the ability to expunge black. This makes no sense. The story for this place makes no sense. It makes literally no sense. This is just terrible. Like I just don't understand what the plot of this area is. It's just like complete nonsense. It's absolutely ridiculous. Oh, I did it the wrong way. Uh-oh. I need to be on the inside, not the outside. Well, let's go kill Blue Smelter. No, we'll do Blue Smelter at the end. Who cares? Like, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just don't get it. You'll have to forgive me for saying that this plot of this place sucks. But I don't know anything about it. There's like a hollow woman who split herself into shards or something, and they fuel the Curse of Undeath around the facility. I guess that's the idea. Is it Nadalia is like the overseer or whatever that fuels the Curse of Undeath around you? I don't know. It's just weird. I don't get it. So it's like, what are they even doing here? What are they, you know? It's stuff like that where it's like, I would love this place to have. I guess that's kind of those lifts that are in the shape of like golems, right? Like you think to yourself, like, oh, like they're manufacturing like war golems or something, right? But you don't fight one, okay, right? There's no like animate ones around. It's just weird. Yeah, well, that's the other thing. Like, that's the thing, is I pieced together the lore of DS1 and DS3 pretty well. DS2 is a lot harder to piece together the lore on. I'm not sure they even really knew what they were doing with the lore on DS2. It's another problem with DS2. But definitely, my character looks really good in this game, so I gotta give this game that my character looks really good whenever I'm not Aloe. You know, I got a cool haircut, and a great dye job, and just my makeup's on fleek or whatever. So yeah, I mean, this game has that going for it. And also this guy looks pretty cool too. Look at him. What's up, Fume homie? Oop. My rings are all jacked up. Ow. I'm gonna die to Fume Knight. It's like dying to Brock or something. I'm also doing this boss out of order. Oh, my stamina. Okay, yeah, I need to mess with my stamina and stuff. He attacks fast enough, you need the ring. You need the dumb ring. Also, I think I'm not doing as much damage with fire or with magic. Well, this isn't really going to be a fair test, but we'll do it anyway. This boss should not be a problem for me under any circumstances. My muscle memory might be shot though. Maybe I need to do Blue Smelter first. Because for every run thus far, I've done Blue Smelter first. So maybe that's the problem? I don't know. No! No, go away! No, go away! Fudge! Ah! I got really good at not triggering them. Like a long time. Yeah, Vanquisher Seal. Hard counters. There's no counter to the Vanquisher Seal. Yes, I love it. I love it when I attack with a weapon and it doesn't even connect with the boss. Yeah, W change indeed. That's actually a good point. Yeah, I love more than anything when my weapon can't even connect with the enemy. When my weapon literally misses an enemy because their hurt box is weirdly shaped relative to my weapon. That's really the thing I love about Vanquisher's Seal. There's so much good things about Vanquisher's Seal. The fact that it takes up a ring slot, that's really great. The fact that it scales really badly and does no damage, that's also another really major upside. The fact that you can't buff it, oh, there's another major upside. But don't worry, like I said, it does no damage anyway, so it wouldn't matter even if you could buff it, because you can't infuse it either. So that's also another major upside. But probably my favorite thing. Literally my favorite thing about Vanquisher's Seal is the fact that it misses bosses like crazy because that's how bad its hitbox is. That's my favorite thing about Vanquisher's Seal. It's not just that it's the best weapon in the game, and it has a long list of incredible upsides, like the fact that you can't infuse it, and the fact that it does no damage. But the real cherry on the sundae is that it misses bosses even when it does work. Even when you do everything right, it still misses bosses. Which probably, I literally think it might be the worst weapon in the game. Like, legitimately the single worst weapon in the entire game. Even worse than the Handmaid's Ladle. Just for that. It's only outclassed in terms of pure terribility by... it's literally only outclassed in how terrible it is by whatever it's called, by Bare Fists. Oh boy. That did like no damage to me. That's a weapon that would even make Fume Knight difficult. Like literally the easiest boss in the game. Fume Knight. Oop. Oh, come on. Well. He one-shots me anyway. Most of his attacks. I probably shouldn't even heal. Uh-oh. And it's just that simple. Lol. Fume Knight. Yeah, oh, I'm gonna do nothing but glaze ice rapier, basically. Yeah, it's true. It's not fair at all. Yeah, it's totally true. It's not fair. It's not fair at all. I should be using the Handmaid's Ladle for every boss fight. I should be using the let's take a look at my item inventory and we'll take a look. Like, it's not really a fair fight unless you're, you know, that's the thing is these bosses. You know, it's not really fair unless you're using Vanquisher's Seal on them. Unless you're sitting there fighting them with those Y-hander, with the Darkest Y-hander. You know, because this character just hasn't taken me long enough already. You know, that's the thing, is it's like at the end of the day, this is only 100 hours so far. You know, I should be married to Dark Souls 3. I need to commit fully. Dark Souls 3 is like When are you gonna ask me to marry you, Dark streamer, Delve Game Guides? When are you gonna marry me? It's like I see you looking at Demon Souls with ill intentions in your heart, Delve Game Guides. When are you gonna get married to me? Just put on the Vanquisher seal, bro. That's what the game is saying to me, and I'm like, but I'm still young. I still have a world to see. Something like that. I still gotta finish law school, Delve Game Guides. Or wait, I still gotta finish law school, Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 2. But no, I need to be beating Dark Souls 2 with every weapon in the catalog. I need to kill every boss with every weapon in the catalog. This is not the right one. Right? Or no. Okay, no, I remember where it is. Well, DS... well, actually, no. No. There's actually no such thing as the one that got away, as far as I'm concerned. Okay, these games are all mine. I'm a friend to these video games. I love them. Look at how cute they are. Oh god. I love these video games so much. They're my bestest buddies. They're my dear friends. Friend, exactly. They're all my friends. All these video games are my friend. Absolutely. I love this video game. There's only one video game I'm married to. Well, actually, I'm not married to any video game. I guess maybe... We'll see. I'm married... I don't know. I don't think I'm married to any video game. I don't think being married to a video game is something that I'm really into. I think even when I play League of Legends on the side, I think that's not something I'm committed to. I think that's something that I could stop. I could go to World of Warcraft if I wanted to, if I felt like it. I could play World of Warcraft if I felt like it, or something like that. That's the one I would do. Yeah, unfortunately I do. But like I said, I could switch to World of Warcraft anytime. I could go back, because there's a new expansion coming out for that. I could literally give them my money and download that and do some mythic raiding or something. Yeah. If I really wanted to. I could very much do that. Okay, we can't do magic for this guy. We need Dark Orb for him. Yeah, I'm sorry you had to find out this way that I play League of Legends. I'm really sorry. It's actually really fun. Oh yeah, that's gonna work. Yeah, Magic Rape, Ice Rapier with Great Magic Weapon. Yes, I know, that's gonna work, yeah. This boss is very resistant to magic, is the joke he's making. The joke they're making is that this boss is insanely resistant to magic. And trying to use magic on this boss is a really bad idea. Is the joke he's making. I'll do like 200 damage a thrust or something. Yeah, League of Legends is fun sometimes. It's fun most of the time, actually. It's fun if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, it's not fun. But if you know what you're doing, it is kind of fun. But there's definitely a way to... The other problem with League of Legends is playing it too much. There's like an upper limit to how much a human being can tolerate it. It's like World of Warcraft. I used to play World of Warcraft a lot. And those were actually really good times. I actually had a lot of fun with World of Warcraft. I had some good seasons in me in World of Warcraft. Okay. Buff up. Yeah, so I might at some point go back to World of Warcraft for a while. The problem with World of Warcraft is there's a lot of lead up. You can't just do content, which is like inherently the problem with World of Warcraft. You have to have like a character that's like set up for content. It takes a million years to get there. And there's also a lot of content that's like really bad. Like a lot of like really meaningless content for a player of my caliber. So that's the problem with World of Warcraft, but it's something I would consider doing in the future. But these mid-expansion... There are these mid... Or no, it's a new expansion, right? Or is it a new patch or expansion right now? I think it's expansion right now. So that's actually kind of tempting. It also it takes up like 1 million gigabytes on your computer. It's like a 1 billion gigabyte game too. That's another problem with it. But I could play a goblin. Yeah, maybe I'll play a goblin at some point. Play again. I was playing one of the dragon people, one of the new race of people. That's the other problem with World of Warcraft is they don't do new races and classes all the time. So that's another thing I didn't like about it is you buy an expansion and there's like no features. It's like I need a new race or I need a new class. The problem is that's really expensive. That costs like a huge amount of money for them to implement. So they don't want to do it. But it's the sort of thing that the game like I think really needs. And it also represents like a balance nightmare and stuff. So I played the new race in class a couple expansions ago, and that was actually really fun. I had a lot of fun with that class. It's like a really good class. A really good class. Really fun class to play. That was a long time ago. It was a long time ago. I played the new expansion, their other new expansion, but I never got into the actual content of it, which I should have done. But it's a really big time investment to get into content. They've actually done a bunch of stuff that I really wanted them to do for a long time. But they made like I should actually do World of Warcraft. I should quit playing League of Legends for a while and play World of Warcraft actually. And now that I'm thinking about it, I need to look up the new expansion though. I need to like look up what the features are and see if they sell me on it. The problem is I don't have a new. I would need to buy a character boost because I don't want to play like a level. I don't want to play. I want to level up. That's the worst part about World of Warcraft is leveling up, which is funny because in the original World of Warcraft, leveling up was like the only thing. Like nobody did any of the raiding and dungeons. Literally, that was like for 1% of 1% of people, and it was a giant waste of time. The only thing there was like palling around with people. It was like leveling up, doing dungeons as like a level 1 character. That was like it. And so the World of Warcraft that everyone knows and loves, like in Wrath of the Lich King and stuff, was like a transitional period where you have a bunch of like 14-year-olds leveling up, and people like leveling up, and people actually doing like leveling up content. And the modern attitude with people is like, oh well, if only they didn't have like, you know, if they didn't do all this stuff to the game, then leveling up would still be fun. But I find that hard to believe. I think the game has just progressed past that point. Oop. Oh lol. Okay. What's going on, dudes? Yep, I'm sorry. Blue Smelter Demon is dead. Rip Blue Smelter. If you were rooting for the Blue Smelter Demon, he died. Yes, I really did wreck him there. Absolutely. I humiliated the Smelter Demon. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Smelter Demon fans. But yeah, so maybe I'll play World of Warcraft again sometime in the future. I really shouldn't, like, shill World Herb. Yeah, this is probably not politically correct. I really shouldn't, like, hype World of Warcraft, because there's a lot of times where it was really miserable. Like, there's this thing where, so there's this dungeon, there's this system called Raid Finder, and the idea being is you queue up and it just puts you in a raid, and it's like an easy mode raid. It's like a joke easy mode raid, and you can die, but it's like really fun. And the thing about it is that they would gate it. They did like all these really boneheaded things with it, where they would like not let you do it until after a certain amount of time and the expansion passed. Yeah. I should have no problem with this actually. This actually should be really easy. Hello, Dobus. How are you? This actually should be insanely easy. This actually should be insanely easy. I should be out of this DLC in like. Oh wait a minute. Oh, hold up. I need to spend my souls. What am I doing? So they had this system called Raid Finder, And it was actually a really good system. It was actually a really, really good system. But people kept whining and complaining, and so they would like gut it and do really stupid stuff to it, where they'd be like, "No, you can't queue up for it until after like 2 months." And it's like, bro, I don't want to. There's no point in queuing up for it at all if you just let it rot for 2 months. It's like the only reason anyone wants to do Raid Finder is because it's easier than normal mode. It's like stupid, right? Because like normal mode is actually really hard in raids. Like if you're playing World of Warcraft and you're doing normal mode, that's actually really hard. It's actually really difficult. Normal mode is not easy. Well, it's kind of easy, but it's people can screw it up. People can mess it up, and it can become hard because people don't know what they're doing. And so you have Raid Finder, and then people at least are somewhat familiar with what's happening happening in a boss fight. And because people are familiar with what's happening in a boss fight, the boss goes smoother. But people whine about Raid Finder because they don't know what they're talking about. And then you wind up in a scenario where you can't even do Raid Finder. So they have this system, but they're like half-assed about that they want it to even be in the game. It's just weird. It's just bad design. Just like weird bad design where they don't understand it. Yeah, well, raiding is stupid anyway. I hate raiding. I think raiding is really dumb. I think raiding is like a bad system. I think Raid Finder is the best version of raids. I think raids is like a system where it's like raiding is like the ideology that more people equal better. That's what's going on. Okay, so when people like raids, or like, remember 40-man raids, remember Molten Core and how great that was? Yes, I love waiting around for 40 people. 40 people is what I want to do. I want to play my video game with a busload of people. That sounds awesome. I'm sure that makes it more interesting, right? No, of course not. It doesn't make it more interesting. But that's how a lot of people think. A lot of people think, oh, 40 people equal good. It's like I can't even imagine thinking like that. The more than 10 people and it starts to get real ugly and bad. More than 10 people and it starts to get really lame. I really hate any content that has more than 5 people. Yeah, it's like really terrible. It's because everyone's like, oh, I gotta whiz, I gotta take out the dog, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. And if one person doesn't do their job, it screws it up, or it doesn't matter, or someone can just be AFK and it doesn't matter. Because that's what really happens in Molten Core, is you have one guy pulling, you basically have a very small number of people pulling all of the weight, and then everyone else is basically there along for the ride in a lot of cases, just waiting for free gear, basically. So you have a very, very small number of extremely dedicated players who are doing the majority of the heavy lifting, and then everyone else is just there putting in the bare minimum effort, basically. And then they get, and because that's how it always goes. Maybe in the first couple cycles, yeah, it's like that too. And then it's like what happens is you're in this guild, and all the people who get gear, and the gear is distributed according to like a nepotism system, right? So like even if you're one of the people who's trying really hard and you're under geared, you probably aren't even going to get gear because, you know, the nepotistic system is going to put gear into the people who are friends with the guildmaster. Now, to be fair, those people oftentimes are the ones pulling all the weight, but it doesn't really change the fact that it still just like looks bad. So yeah, it's like a terrible system. I'm like blown away by how much. So yeah, raiding sucks. I hate raiding. I absolutely hate raiding. There's nothing I hate more than raiding. Raiding is like the worst thing ever. Raiding is like, let's take World of Warcraft and ruin it. No, I'm gonna let the Prowess kill me. I'm not farming that stupid sword. There's no way I'm finding that sword. That sword's like impossible to obtain. Okay, we need magic weapon. I think this is probably optimal for him. Yeah, and so you can't even do Molten Core because it takes 1 billion years. It's like, please, just let me do my content. Just let me get my content in. I just want to play. I just want to play. I don't care if I have to die 1 million times. Just don't make me wait for everybody to do this, that, or the other thing. Just queue me up and just like stick me in the system. And let me, you know, just let me suck it up. So yeah, I had a lot of really good Mythic Pluses. Mythic Pluses were really good. I had a lot of really bad Mythic Pluses too. That was the funny thing, is I'd be getting to groups, and it would just be very obvious that my group had no chance of completing content. And those were really good times. Like just times where I'd be like the last guy to leave, even though like I knew for a fact that the group was doomed. That was really funny. So yeah, I had nothing but fun in Mythic Plus, and nothing but and I did nothing but... that's not true. I had good raiding times. I had times where I'd raid and it would be fun. Times where I would like get way too much gear for no reason. That did happen. Times where like I would just like get all the lucky rolls. I'd just get like a 1% ring. It'd be really good. It'd be my best in slot ring. One time, I was in this heroic and I was like way under-geared for it. I shouldn't have been in the heroic at all. When I got like the best frickin' ring in the game at the time. That was really fun. I had fun times raiding. But definitely never did I have fun times raiding in like a guild. Well, that's not true. When I was like a kid, I had this guild and we did like dumb old content for no reason. Because I was like a kid. Because we were all a bunch of like people who didn't really raid. But yeah, all the worst times in World of Warcraft, like most of the worst times in World of Warcraft were raiding times. Times where I've just been kicked for groups for no reason. And it's like, that's not really true. The reason I'm kicked from the groups is because I don't really have the gear. But it's like stupid because it's like it takes you so long to accomplish anything in World of Warcraft. Still. I'll give it another shot at some point. But yeah, I'm not married to League of Legends. That's the point. That's the point I'm getting at here. I was thinking about playing Dota 2 at some point too, but it's so weird. It's so weird and alien, and it has a lot of the same problems as League of Legends. I should still do it. I played like a practice game. It was actually really fun. Of course, that's because I just won really hard. I just knew how to leverage my champion, my hero or whatever, and I just like won super hard. Oh, fudge. No animation for me, I guess. It's weird. Okay. Oh my god. Dude, I cleaned that place out. I cleaned out the DLC in 30 minutes. Oh my god, I wrecked this game. Yes. Yes, it only works if your vitality set is low. You need a vitality of below like 13. Or it's affected by your equip load. So close. Yeah, Fallout 4 is freaking awesome. I love Fallout 4. I freaking love Fallout 4. Yep, sorry. Sorry, I cleaned that DLC. I cleaned this DLC out in like 40 minutes. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But don't worry, you're gonna watch me die in Ivory King probably coming up here. I think to a certain... I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll play Dota 2 at some point. I keep telling myself, yes, this is life. This is 100% life. Yep. Hi, how you doing? No way in heck I'm not doing this live. Yeah, this is pre-recorded, yeah. I just got really lucky there. And I guessed that somebody asked me if this was live right now. Yep. So this is not live, this is pre-recorded. I just got really lucky there. Just a complete fluke that I said that this isn't live. Right as you asked. Total fluke. Need those.
Visit me.
Yeah, no, that's not true. But it would be funny. It would be funny if I somehow got really lucky. And this is pre-recorded. Yeah, always pre-recorded. Yeah. These are all pre-recorded. Every single stream is pre-recorded. And where am I going? And in fact, actually, I'm not even playing the game right now. I'm just what are we doing again? This is me commentating on the footage. I literally play the game and then I upload and then I commentate over the footage in a second video and then I upload it as a fake stream. Yeah, so there's no legitimacy here at all. I'm doing everything. I'm completely fake. I'm a complete faker on every level. Yes, there's nothing legitimate about this live stream at all. And I'm cheating too. I'm also cheating while we're at it too. I have Cheat Engine active. You just can't see it. I'm hacking. I know all the boss attacks in advance or something. I'm reading the game's memory. Nothing legitimate here at all. It's all smoke and mirrors. Like a Yasmania video. I'm so sorry, Unbeatable Sheep. Listen, okay, I hate to break this to you, but you know, when I married Dark Souls 2, I made a promise. I swore an oath that I was gonna stand by her, no matter what. And so, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know, it's a dangerous thing. Life is dangerous, you know. It's fraught. It's terrifying. But yeah. So that's exactly it. There's no legitimacy here going on at all. Okay, so I play the game, and then I record commentary over it, and then I upload it as a fake live stream. That's how this works. Absolutely. Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry. This is completely fraudulent in every way. Delve Game Guides is not real, and he can't beat Dark Souls 2. He can't beat Dark Souls 2 like this. It's a myth. It's something that they tell children to keep them in line. It's like, if you don't eat your vegetables, Delve Game Guides is gonna beat Dark Souls 2. He's gonna beat the Fume Tower in 30 minutes. Kids, you gotta do your homework. Or else Delve Game Guides is gonna beat Frozen Lamb Lois really fast. Okay, I think I know the strategy for this. Yeah, hollow streamer, exactly. Exactly. I don't take the Ring of Binding off. Uh-oh. Yeah, 81. Yeah, I have Infinity iframes too. That's another thing. Yeah, so I have Cheat Engine in the background, and I have myself like a bunch of iframes, a bunch of extra iframes. Yeah, actually, let me show you how I did it. So it's a cool little exploit with this game. You get this stat called Adaptability. It's the one that's ADP most of the way down. So you'll notice that's at 83. So I'm basically cheating. I have a bunch of extra iframes that you're not supposed to have. It's a developer oversight. They didn't know that people could get a bunch of free iframes from just having this magical stat called ADP. And so I'm like cheating like crazy, yeah. But you can do this too at home if you want. If you want to be a big dirty cheater, you can just stack a bunch of iframes and cheat Dark Souls 2 and just kill all the bosses that way. And it's basically cheating. It's completely illegitimate, and everyone calls me funny looking when they find out how much ADP I have. Also, apparently I'm out of thingamajigs. Is this guy following me? No, they're... Uh-oh, there he goes. Oh no, I seem to have forgotten how this works. Oh, I need another copy of Urine. With summons for Ludden's Yeah, there's also no summons for Ludden's There's also no summons for Ludden's That's another thing I do too. No summons for Ludden's Yep. So I'm Frozen Outskirts, no summons, yeah. But I'm also cheating because I have a bunch of iframes. I have a bunch of free iframes. Can you summon dragons? No. No dragons. I wish. I would love to summon the immortal dragon or whatever his name is. That'd be really cool. But unfortunately, no such luck in this game. Oh. Okay. That should work all their eyes. Come on. Yeah, the dog is the one you can't urine. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a huge cheater. I cheat everything. I'm a complete cheater. Nothing I do is legitimate. This rapier has a bunch of damage on it for nothing. So every once in a while, there's like this hack I have installed where every time I stab an enemy with this rapier, if I stab an enemy enough times with this rapier, they just take 200 damage from nowhere. And it's a huge hack, complete hack. It also is broken and has a bunch of weird infusion bonuses that it shouldn't have. And then I have these 2 hacked rings that I hacked into the game that give you a bunch of extra damage. And then I have these cool hacked spells called Dark Orbs, which are really broken. Yeah, don't trust me. You can't trust me at all. I'm just cheating all over the place. Someday the authorities will come down on me for this. I'll get a knock on the door from the Dark Souls 2 police, and they'll arrest me, and they'll apprehend me. But not today. Not today. I think there's going to be no justice today. I think justice will remain out of reach for today. But eventually it'll catch up with me. And then also I have this really cool nifty... here's another weird cheat that I'm doing too. So I have this really cool nifty shirt. And it's you'll notice that it's made out of bones and straw. But it also gives me a bunch of free souls for nothing. So it's like I'm cheating. So that's another way I'm cheating. And then my hat also does it too. As you can see, it looks really stupid. But it also gives me a bunch of free points. And then my pants are also the same deal. And then also my gloves too. My weird gloves that make no sense. Those also give me a bunch of free points. And then I also have these green arrows that cause enemies to take damage from nowhere. That's another cheat that I'm doing. Yeah, it's all cheats. It's all cheats, smoke and mirrors. I'm like an illusionist. I'm a typical Dark Souls 2 content creator is what's really going on, actually. But don't worry about any of that. Now that I pulled back the veil, you'll never look at Dark Souls 2 the same. Yeah, the Covenant, that's true. Yeah, I forgot. So yesterday, I dropped out of the Covenant of Champions when that never should have happened. And that was a huge failure. Honestly, people are gonna get court-martialed for that one. Because I was in the Covenant, I was in the Abyss Walker Covenant as opposed to Covenant of Champions, which should not have happened. That was a huge blunder. And probably there's gonna be a major congressional hearing over it, I think. Marco Rubio or whoever, Lindsey Graham is going to be like, we cannot allow Delve Game Guides to be out of the Covenant of Champions. If that happens again, the federal government will be forced to take action. And that's what's going to happen. What are we doing? Oh, I have the eye. Okay. Where am I going? Outer Wall. Oh, I've played like Soul Reaver. Yeah, I've heard of Soul Reaver. It sounds like a really cool game. I just don't know much about it. So there's a Mandalore Gaming video about Legacy of Kain, the first one for the PC, like the old school game, and I thought that was really cool. And but yeah, I don't know much about the series, but I know that there's a PS2 game that's like really cool. I've played lots of different games. I've played lots of Fallout 4. I love Fallout 4. I love Skyrim. I love Fallout 1 and 2. Those are another really cool games. I like Mass Effect. Mass Effect is another one. If you want a game that I think is actually really good, if you want to actually have fun playing a video game, I recommend Mass Effect, the entire Mass Effect trilogy. Those games are really good. Yeah, there's a lot of really good games out there that I like. Resident Evil 4 is really good. I was playing a little bit of Dishonored. Yes, people love that game. People love Soul Reaver. I don't know much about it, to be honest. But I know it's like PS2 era classic. I love Castlevania games, especially the classic ones. Okay, 540. This is dark. 358. I think that was 581. Oh, okay. Yeah, fire's best for him. Fire's the best element for him, I think. I think I'm right about fire on these bosses. I don't have a bust spell equipped for some reason. Yeah, but definitely the biggest way that I hack this game is ADP, in my opinion. People would disagree with me on that, but that's my opinion. Whoop. Whoop. This boss makes me want to pet a cat. I need to go to like a cat cafe or something. Pet like some sort of small cat. That honestly sounds like a really good thing to do for one of these days. I don't know if there's one near me though. Yes, I'll look into Soul Reaver. I was also Dishonored was another game that I was interested in playing at some point. I've been playing Sekiro on the side, and it's actually been really fun. I'm to the castle, so I killed the guy on the horse. It took me a while, but I did kill the guy on the horse. And then I killed the guy on the horse. And who else did I kill? I killed the guy on the horse. Oh shoot. And then I killed like the next guy or whatever. I killed Blazing Bull. Blazing Bull is like weird and easy. My fear is that Sekiro is actually too easy, to be honest with you. I'm going to be real with you guys. I think Sekiro might be too easy for me. But I haven't gone that far in it, so maybe it'll get harder. But so far, Sekiro has actually been very easy. But maybe I just haven't gotten to the part where the game really like gives it to me. Yeah, eventually I'll cover Sekiro maybe in the future. But my favorite, honestly, my favorite series of games is Mass Effect. Oh, I play Binding of Isaac. Obviously, you guys probably know that. I'm a big Binding of Isaac guy. I love the Binding of Isaac. I'm actually a Binding of Isaac master. So I might actually do a video sometime in the future about the Binding of Isaac and the statistics of the Binding of Isaac at some point, but not today. It's something I need to work on, because what happens is I get these comments. This is a real thing that happens to me. Okay, so there's this item in the Binding of Isaac called Sacred Orb, and it's literally like the worst item in the Binding of Isaac. Okay, and the reason why is because it's like very difficult to unlock. It's like very, very impossible for a player to obtain it. You have to literally be one of the best to obtain it. Okay, and then people will be in my comments and they'll be like, "It's such a great item." It's like, no, it's not. If it's such a great item, why don't you unlock it? And of course, most players haven't, okay, right? And so it's also bad for other reasons that have to do with statistics. Wow, I'm on fire today. Not to jinx myself, but I am absolutely crushing it today. This is the craziest thing I've Why am I on fire today? I don't even know. Anyway, so this item called Sacred Orb that people are like, it's so great, it's so great. It's like, no, it's not good. It's not good at all. It's actually really bad. It's actually like really, really abysmally. It's a terrible item. But people are constantly in my comments like, this item is so great. This item is so great. And so I need to do a video where I explain to people how the statistics, how Binding of Isaac statistics works, and why it's a bad item. And it has to do with how it has to do with like probability and card draws and stuff, among a couple other things. Because you can think of Binding of Isaac as being like a card game, right? So what happens is whenever there's a treasure room, right? Okay, that treasure room is like a deck of cards. And it's like a really big deck of cards full of a lot of cards. And so when you pull a card from that deck, right? Yeah, it's terrible. It's the worst item in the game. My advice for you, if you think that item sounds so good, I advise you to unlock it. Because it's very difficult to unlock. It is very, very, very difficult to unlock. It's like an exceptionally difficult item to unlock and obtain. So I'll probably do a video sometime in the future where sometime soon actually. I'll probably will write the script for it up relatively soon, and I'll explain why it's a bad item and why it's like a really, really terrible item. Where am I going? Oh wait, no. What I need to do is I need to buy another copy of Yearn. Okay, well actually one of the hardest bosses in the run is coming up here, so I might be deflated here in a minute, actually, because like one of the hardest bosses in the whole run is coming up here. So this will be fun if I can't do it. This will be real fun if I can't do it. Pull up, Carilion. Hello, Carilion. Give me another. Oh wait, no, I don't need a million copies, just 2. Wait, I can buy infinite copies? I can just straight up buy infinite copies? What? Okay, cool. We'll buy one more. That's weird. Okay, cool. Well, I don't need any more Yearns ever again. For as long as I live. Okay, so now we go outer wall. But yeah, so I need to do a video sometime in the future, and then I also have a video planned for like this game that I found on Steam forever ago. So it's like this weird, like it's like a dress-up game. It's like a beat 'em up dress-up game, and it's actually like a really cool game, but it's like bogged down by all these dumb systems that don't make any sense. Like there's like runes, there's like all this MMO crap, and there's like runes, and there's like this Diablo 3 crap. And it's like, if they just took like half of that out of the game, it would be a really good game. This is really worrisome. I should be fine. But anyway, yeah. So and I want to do a video on that. But it's like really difficult to actually get anywhere in the game because you have to farm. You have to like farm item sets and stuff. And so it's one of those games. And so that's another video I want to do. It's a one-off, so it's not like an established IP or anything. So I'm worried people won't like it as far as like YouTube videos. But I should probably just do it anyway because the footage has been sitting in my footage drive for months and months, and I haven't advanced on it yet. So I should probably just like cut it loose and just make the video and delete the footage. And if it gets like 2 views, it's like, who cares? The game itself, it looks really good. It's a really impressive looking video game, and it's a really impressive video game in terms of the fact that it's actually kind of fun to play. But it's like a really it's like a great example of how good artists and good programmers need good game design direction. Like you need people who actually know how to design video games to put your video game together. It's like why game design is so important. And how you need people who actually know how video games like. But the artists are really talented artists and really talented programmers worked on it. I guarantee you. But it's a game that is missing some. Oh wait, no! I didn't talk to the woman. So that's another video that I have in the pipeline that I need to work on. What the heck? Why is it locked? Weird. Sorry, what the volume bar on my microphone is like locked. I can't adjust it on my streaming software. Oh wait, what am I doing here? We need to go to the cathedral. So yeah, that's another video I have planned in the works. I've been playing that one for months and months, but I was like debating internally in my head whether or not I wanted to shoot it out. And I've had a whole bunch of videos that... Oh wait, another game series I really like is Total War Warhammer. Total War Warhammer is another really good game series that I really like. So it's Total War... And the thing is, I haven't played much of Total War Warhammer 3, but I've played a lot of Total War Warhammer 1. So Total War Warhammer 1 is really good.
To think who are... This land is barren.
We're going to talk to this NPC.
Cursed by the old chaos.
Okay.
It gave birth to atrocities, and the people fled in fear.
Okay.
Until our Lord, the Ivory King, came.
Love that line delivery. It's really good.
My dear Lord, a most true king. It was with his magnificent soul that he built a Leon Lois and contained the spread of chaos. But the chaos would not be sated, and the king gave his own soul. Inevitably, the king was drained of vigor and plunged into the chaos's heart.
Okay.
The Leon Lois was frozen in time, its leader lost. I remain here to contain the chaos, honoring my Lord's wishes. Perhaps one day he will return. There is nothing here save that accursed flame. I have but one wish. That my dear Lord might be freed from that unspeakable chaos. I haven't the strength to help him myself, but perhaps one such as you.
Okay.
Though I am not to know your name, stranger, will you lend me...
Oh, it's a post-Revolutionary War thing. Oh, sorry.
Kind visitor, I thank you.
That's old. That's way old. That's a very old component of our language.
To chaos. And please, do all you can.
That's like a 200-year-old facet of our language, actually, believe it or not. The fact that they spell it different. Of course, English spellings over time have been very complicated, as far as I understand. So I think for a very long history of the English language, spelling itself has been relatively there's been huge periods of time where spelling hasn't really been codified. And so in historical texts and stuff, there'll be lots of different spellings for all different kind of things. But in the case of color and vigor and stuff, that's a component of the American dialect that was institutionalized right after the Revolutionary War, supposedly. It burns that you have to spell it color when writing coding. That's crazy. Yeah. No, that's I mean, be thankful at least, I guess, you don't speak some other language than English. Because everyone who wants to be a computer scientist in some other country, like India or China or anywhere, Russia, it doesn't matter. You have to know English. It's like a part of the job to be a computer scientist in any, or a programmer in any other country of the world. So at least you don't have to learn an entire second language just to program. But I think I don't mind the spelling. I would have preferred, frankly, I would have preferred them to not change it, to be very honest with you. I would have personally preferred if they had not changed it, if they had not decided to change it like 200 years ago. If the American progenitors had elected not to change it 200 years ago, but they made that choice, and so it's whatever. It's really funny because we don't really think of it as being a codified thing. We think of it as like being like a stylistic thing. Like when I'm a kid and stuff, when you're a kid and stuff here, it's like it's like fancy language to us. It's like, oh, look at that, it's so fancy. It's like color or whatever, you know. We don't think of it as being a component of our dialect that's like changed significantly since for like vague historical reasons, or for specific historical reasons. Time to do Frozen Lamb Lois twice. Yeah, see, that's how they get you. They make you go through the whole thing twice. That's how they get you with this DLC. So they make you go through it once, and then you got to go through it twice. That's how they really get you with this DLC. But what was I saying again? Oh yeah. But you know, you read Shakespeare when you're a kid and stuff. But yeah, as far as I know, if you look at historical text, spelling is like something that's like has only been codified relatively recently. Because the way the English language is put together from a bunch of different constituent parts, it makes it kind of difficult. Oh, hold up. That's one of the things about studying Japanese that has really been interesting to me, is the Japanese language. The Chinese characters don't change over time. They do, but especially but they also stay the same. So there's like there's a specific codified way of like writing the characters. But that's mostly, it's actually kind of a bad thing about the Chinese characters themselves, because although the meanings, the exact meanings of Chinese characters do drift over time. But it's really interesting because, for Chinese characters, because they do still stay the same, more so, I guess. But really interesting. Where am I? We'll hit him. We'll arrow him. Oh boy. This is gonna be rough. Haha. Oh man. Oh, he's healing. Okay. Okay. Hedgehog? Yes, the hedgehogs. Everyone's favorite enemy, the hedgehogs. Everybody's favorite enemy, the hedgehogs. Horrible little creatures. Oh. Honestly, this probably isn't worth it. Yeah, I hate the hedgehog so much. Luckily, I got that. Yeah, they can. They're like, gotta go fast. They're like da 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 da. Anyone get that joke? It's the Sonic the Hedgehog sound. Or that's Green Hill Zone. I'm trying to do Green Hill Zone. The Green Hill Zone theme. It's tough to do. Yeah, they roll. They eat chili dogs. Or whatever. Oh god. They eat chili dogs and they blew. Yeah, sorry, I can't, it's hard to do that stuff. It's hard to do that. It's like really tough to do that. It's a lot harder than doing like Mambo number 5 in Dark Souls. Does anyone remember that? Does anyone here not hear the Mambo number 5 in Dark Souls? Do I need to go over that again? I need a little Vendrick in my life. A little bit of Deshandra's what I want. A little bit of Mytha's all I need. A little bit of Smelter's what I need. A little bit of Ava in the sun. A little bit of was another Dark Souls 2 boss. Okay. A little bit of Fume Knight's what I need. Yeah. So that's the Mambo number 5 for Dark Souls 2. Yeah. I came up with that randomly, so I was like, we gotta do it. Yeah, chili dogs. Yeah, it's just Sonic's eating chili dogs. You know, Sonic Underground, whatever. Amy Rose. Vex the Crocodile. You know, it's all there. God. This freaking NPC, dude. I'm just gonna poison him. There he goes. Okay, finally. Jeez. Oh, is it goofing up again? 1 second. It's a stupid secondhand, let me check it. It's this dumbass secondhand, sorry for the kids listening out there. It's a stupid secondhand audio interface that I bought. Testing. 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 Okay, cool. Yeah. Yes, I don't know what's going on with that. It's my stupid audio interface that I paid like 50 bucks for. So I paid like 50 bucks for a $100 audio interface. I'm big surprised that it sounds like crap. Oh, dang. He's mad. There goes, finally. Yeah, sorry, I need to unplug it and replug it back in. Thank you for letting me know. Because it's hard for me to listen to the stream while I'm playing. I have it, I need to turn on my phone and like turn it way up. And then it's like, yeah. So I don't know, maybe someday at some point in the future I'll invest in another audio interface. But right now it's just like unjustifiable expense. Yeah, it sucks when I'm trying to like record videos and stuff and it like does that too. Yeah, really annoying. So thank you for letting me know. But yeah, you know, Mom, you know, yeah, it's like we can do the Poke Rap. You know, like you were saying, the Pokemon theme. I wanna be the very best at beating Dark Souls 2. To kill Fume Knight is my quest. To kill Alon is my dream. I will travel across frozen Aleum Lois, dodging stupid hedgehogs. Bomp, bomp, bomp. These stupid enemies to understand. The absolutely cancer game design. Dark Souls 2. It's you and Yearn. I know it's... Oh, fudge. Okay, well, luckily I opened up the shortcut. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Maldron. Yep. In a world we must not defend, I guess. In a game design we have to criticize pretty continuously. Dark Souls 2. Go, Ice Rapier. It's super effective. Oh, that's another game series I love is Pokemon. So I've played all the first 3 generations of Pokemon games in Japanese to study Japanese. It's not really worth it to play those games on their own. I guess for other people it is, but for me personally, I don't like playing but I've done Pokemon in Japanese a lot. It's actually really fun. So I've played Pokemon Red, I've played Pokemon Red, Pokemon Green, Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Yellow, and then Pokemon Silver, Gold, or Gold, Silver, Crystal, and then Pokemon Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, Fire Red, Leaf Green, and then Colosseum and XD Gale of Darkness, all in Japanese. But I stopped at Diamond. I haven't gotten around to doing Diamond yet, which would be next on the list. So, someday. I think I can just ignore these enemies. Or no, those stupid hedgehogs. Uh-oh. What is going on in my game? Okay, my game just stopped there for a good second. It's terrifying. I felt my life flash before my eyes there. Now this is gonna suck. I should probably just run past this, honestly. I don't know why I'm fighting this enemy. What was I saying again? Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. That was weird. It just like distracted me too. It's just really bizarre. But yeah, Mambo number 5, yeah. That stuff. So I love Pokemon. I'm a big Pokemon fan too. Except I haven't played like any of the new games at all. Yeah, have a good night, dude. Or have a, you know. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for being here at all. It's really awesome to have people in the chat. Really appreciate it. But yeah, I love Pokemon too. But I haven't played a lot of the new ones. No problem at all. No problem. It's my pleasure. Absolutely. What was I saying again? God, what was I saying again? Yes, do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do, get ready. Whatever it takes. Or whatever you gotta do. But anyway, what was I saying again? Yeah, Minecraft is okay too. I don't really like Minecraft. The problem with Minecraft is they keep updating it. Oh, I play Terraria. I really love Terraria. Terraria is a game I really love. It's a game I kind of hate, but I also love it too. That's another crazy game that I'm just nuts about is Terraria. But that's another really crazy game. That's another really like weird, bizarre, crazy game. Especially when you play in the harder difficulties. The main problem with Terraria is, oh god, the biggest issue with Terraria is the fact that there's like there's a hardest difficulty that I'm like afraid of. There's a hardest difficulty in Terraria that I am terrified of. Oh, yes, I've played Dig Dug, actually. Me and my brother had that, for like that dumb... We had for the Game Boy Advance, we had like a Namco throwback cartridge. And that had Dig Dug on it. So I played some Dig Dug. Yeah, so it's really good. It's actually a really good game. It's actually like a monstrously good game. It's like Dark Souls 2. It's like Dark Souls 2 tier. Oh, come on. Ugh. This is just embarrassing. This is just embarrassing. This is just me just being bad at this game. Yeah, so Terraria is actually really insane. It's actually like really insane. I think back in 2012 it wasn't as interesting, but now it's like completely insane. There's a hardest difficulty. There's like a hardcore mode. There's like an insane difficulty now. Where enemies take like you take like 5 times damage or something, and the enemies take like 1/10 or something like that. And then you also die. It's also Iron Man 2. Dig Dug. It kind of does feel like Dig Dug. I've played Dig Dug. It's actually not a bad game. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. Where it's like you go around and you blow up the monsters. It's like really dumb. But what was I saying again? Oh yeah, so Terraria is actually really crazy. If you want like an insane video game, Terraria. It's like actually really monstrously bonkers, especially on the hardest difficulty. If you're playing it on anything other than Master, it's like even if you've never played it before, even playing it on one of the lower difficulties is pretty crazy. Even playing it on like normal mode is actually kind of insane. And then playing it on Master mode is even crazier. It's like the final area, the final challenge, the final monsters of the game just like kill you instantly. You like there's like this event called the Pillar event, where these like monsters from space attack and they just like one-shot you. You're like, how do I even fight these enemies? Like, what am I supposed to do to fight these enemies? It's like completely insane. I spent like 1,000 hours playing stupid Terraria. I spent like over 1,000 hours playing Terraria, and I've beaten it like a bunch of times on Master mode. And I still haven't even done the hardest difficulty. There's still an even harder difficulty. And I've never Iron Manned it either. So I've Iron Manned this game. I straight up Iron Manned this game. Not all the bosses. I haven't killed like Frozen Millennium. I haven't killed any of the DLC bosses Iron Man. But I've Iron Manned this game. I have not Iron Manned Terraria. Which is like insane to think about. Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, another video game is, like I said, if you want a really hard video game, one that I'm always gonna pump is Total War Warhammer. It's actually really good. Dude, if you're from Australia, you should know about Legend of Total War. That guy. This is an Australian guy. Or New Zealand? I can't remember if you're New Zealand or from Australia. But there's like a New Zealand guy. There's an Australian guy who's like really big in Total War. He's like the Total War guy. And he makes millions playing this game and like complaining about it. It's really funny. And I love his content. I like watch his video every morning. Like every morning I wake up and I watch his video on Total War Warhammer. Yeah. So I didn't know if you were from I forget which because I knew you're from that part of the world, but I couldn't remember which country specifically. But anyway, so you that guy. He's Legend Total War, and I love those. I love Total War Warhammer. Oop. It's like such a great game. I don't even own the DLCs for the new. I don't even own the new DLCs. Yeah, all the... Well, aren't the animals completely different between the two? Aren't the animals, like, completely different? Isn't New Zealand, like, completely different? Because there's a kiwi bird. There's the bird that's, like, it, like, screams. And it, like, is, like, potato-shaped. And then Australia has kangaroos and stuff. Oh, yeah, that's... Or no, bats, too, right? Don't you have bats as well? Or is it really only birds? There's, like, no mammals at all, really? There's a bat. So not multiple bats, just one. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, because the idea it's so isolated that there's no mammals. There's neither mammals. There's not even marsupials. Well, I guess there's rats nowadays, but they're trying to get rid of those. Where are we going? I guess there's sheep too. That's a mammal, right? People, human beings. Those are mammals too, I guess. Where are we going? Oh no, this is the right bonfire, yeah. Yeah, New Zealand sounds really dope. I wish I could go there. I'll pet a kiwi bird. I'll hug and pet a kiwi bird. I'll pet a kiwi bird and I'll hug I'll hug a kiwi bird. You guys have kiwi birds as pets, right? So like you're walking down the street and you have a kiwi bird on a leash. And you're like, "Oi, go of this be kiwi." Is that how it works? And you got a little leash on him or whatever. There's like a little bow in the hair of the girl kiwis. They're like this, so everyone's all walking up and down the street with walking their brown birds. Oh, they're nocturnal. They're like really weird, actually. They're really weird birds, because their first thing about them is they're nocturnal, so they're only awake at night. And also, they like eat grubs or something. They like dig in the soil for food or something weird like that. They're like really weird, and they're like big. Like big, and they scream really loud. They literally scream. They literally go. They make this horrible screaming noise when they're disturbed. They go ah. But I do like the idea. I am amused at the concept of a bunch of people walking their pet kiwis up and down the street with little harnesses on them. I'm enchanted by the concept. I know that's not how it works in actual point of fact, but I'm enchanted by the concept. I'm very deeply enchanted by the concept of like little kiwis being walked in their little harnesses. It amuses me, the thought. But yeah, I've seen footage. I've seen some videos of them, and they scream really loud. Yes, yes, they're very endangered, which is such a shame. That's really interesting. They have their nostrils at the end of the beak. So I didn't even know about that. Yeah, so they're big long beaks. They just like probe it in the soil for bugs, I think, which is absolutely ridiculous. I think it's just a completely insane way of doing things. But I see a footage and this guy, he's like and they're nocturnal too. Another problem with them is they're nocturnal. But what happens is I saw this footage of this guy, and he where am I going? This way. Okay. I saw this footage of a video, and this guy is like walking through the forest at night, and he has like a flashlight pointed in the distance, and he like puts it on a kiwi, and the kiwi screams. It makes this like screaming noise. It's like ah ah ah, and it runs off. It waddles off. It does like this weird little run off in the distance. It's like really funny. Love them. Absolutely adorable. Just absolutely incredibly cute animals. The big, huge eggs, too. They have these big, huge eggs. For some reason. For some reason, they lay giant eggs. For no reason. Very goofy animals. They look kind of soft, too. They look like to be, like kind of soft to pet. Like it almost looks like they have like fur, or they have feathers. Really goofy animals. Hey everybody, it's everybody's favorite part of the run. It's everybody's favorite part of the run. It's my favorite part of the run. It's the part of the run that I don't hate at all. Bald eagle seems like it would be a cool pet too. Bald eagle, yeah. Well, the problem, they're huge. They're big. They're like big. They're like real big. Those are like huge animals. And they have giant talons. You couldn't really put a leash on them, I think. That's the problem, is I don't feel like you could put a leash on them. So I don't think they'd be... And they're not quite as cute, in reality. But, they're interesting, definitely. There's actually none where I live. Yes. Yes, there used to be a giant one that went extinct. So where I live, there's no eagles either, I don't think. But there are hawks. There are actually predatory birds that live in the city. So if you're lucky, sometimes you'll literally see a giant predatory bird in the city. And I remember I worked at a store and one got caught inside one time. It was a big old hawk. Big old fancy hawk. Really cool. Really cool animals. What am I... Oh, you know what? I need to spend these souls, so give me 1 second. I gotta go to Drinklight Castle. Yes, because those eagles used to hunt the kiwi birds, if I'm not mistaken. A long time ago. Like millions of years ago or whatever. Those giant eagles used to hunt the kiwi birds. Or isn't there one called a kakapo? Isn't there like a little green parrot that lives on the ground that they used to hunt or something like that? Something crazy like that. Yeah, just weird stuff like that. Really interesting stuff like that. Oh, they're like an ostrich. Okay, yeah. Well, they've been extinct for those have been extinct for like 1,000,000 years or something. Those have been extinct for a very long time, at least 500,000 years, I think. Yes, that's the thing. I think they hunted those. I could be wrong. I don't know for sure, but I think they hunted those. Those giant eagles. Yeah, so around here, there's some interesting ecology, actually. Around where I live. But it's a desert. So it's like a lot of like random stuff like lizards, and one of the most poisonous snakes in the world is actually native here. It's called a rattlesnake. You've probably heard of them. And they're all over the place here. Very, very poisonous. Extremely, extremely toxic or poisonous or whatever. So you gotta be very careful with them. And as a little kid, I saw one. So what happened was I was screwing around in the desert. We were on a vacation, and I was screwing around in the desert, and there's red rocks and sagebrush and desert plants all around me. And I see this rattlesnake, and it's coiled up, and it rattles at me, and I walked away from it. And my mother would talk about that, how I made the right choice and didn't get bitten by that rattlesnake. Okay. Yeah, ooh, really? One killed your dog? Yeah, they're actually very dangerous. They're one of the most, they're actually they're shockingly one of the most dangerous snakes in the world, I think. Wow, that's a shame. But yeah, you gotta make sure that you don't play with them at all. I don't know how you train a dog to know not to mess with them. Yeah, oh yeah, no, they're very dangerous, very poisonous, almost absurdly poisonous animal. Very, very poisonous animal. The thing is, if you live in the city, there aren't very many native creatures in the city. It's like really weird. There's like almost no native creatures in the city, but if you go into the desert, like everything is native. There's very little, or there's some plants. There are some plants that are not native, like sagebrushes or not sagebrush, cheatgrass. So there's a type of foreign grass that lives in the city, and then that lives in the desert, and then there's what's the other thing? And then there's what is it? Oh, you look, wow. Dang. Huh. So you must be in the western part of Texas, right? You must be in the southwest, or you're probably somewhere in the southwest of Texas, I take it. Oh yeah, we need to reinforce this. Where is it? Yeah, yeah. Because there's definitely no rattlesnakes in the eastern part of Texas. That's the crazy thing about Texas is it's so big. Texas is literally so big that like the eastern and the western half are completely different. Now, to be fair, Utah is kind of the same way. The south and the north of Utah are completely different from one another. They're basically like different places. Because there's a giant thing, or it's the Colorado Plateau. So there's a big, huge plateau that stretches from the north, that stretches across the north of the state. And then there's a bunch of mountains in the north of the state too. And then the south, it dips into a lowland. Really? Well, I'm glad you have internet that's as good as you do. Because usually people don't have internet. I tend to associate, like... next house is 20 miles away. Whoa. Dude. Yeah, Texas is massive. I've been to Texas, too. So, like, there's the north part of Texas, the west part of Texas, the south part of Texas, and the east part of Texas are all, like, different. Basically. As far as I understand it. Dude, that's good to hear that you have internet finally. Is it Starlink? Or is it through a landline? Or is it through a line or whatever? What am I doing? Oh, we need to go Forest of Fallen Giants. Cardinal Tower. That's good to hear. Because I know the internet's like rough. It's probably the biggest problem with living in a distant place, in a rural place, is with low population. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I feel like Starlink is a bunch of hype. I'm not sure if Starlink actually is legit or not. Cause I've never known someone who's had it. But yeah, that's what they should just be installing a bunch of like lines everywhere. Like is what they should be doing, as far as I can tell. I'm not like an expert on internet or whatever, but they should just run like a bunch of cables everywhere. Is what they should do. Just run a bunch of big old cables everywhere. Call it a day. And then just like hook people up like that, which is I guess what they're doing, based on what you're telling me. So that's really cool. How did you get? I assume you needed satellite internet before. No, DLC's not done. Sorry, I'm just trying to spend souls, so I'm gonna buy a. I'm gonna get the. Okay, if it's decent, it's good enough. I mean, if it works, it works. That's what really matters. Yeah, and I guess you'd know people in the outback or whatever New Zealanders call the bush. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know like anyone outside of the city here. It's like really weird. The rest of the state is like very different from the city where I live. Interesting. That's so crazy because you'd think that New Zealand would have really good internet connections everywhere. But it probably does. It probably does in most places. That's probably the exception. You probably know a guy who's proper out in the bush. He's like right proper out in the bush. Nobody but sheep out there. Okay, we need to buy the thing. We need to upgrade it too. And then we'll look at infusions. We'll probably do lightning, or we'll do lightning or magic or whatever. Whatever I got, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's the problem, is it's really expensive. It's probably really expensive to get it out there. But I say they just do it. I don't know. I love the internet, so I say they just do it, personally.
I'll be around.
2 cans of lightning.
You've been... what?
I mean, it must be much. Honestly, I find it hard to believe it's more expensive than like plumbing, because in a lot of places in the outback and stuff, there's no plumbing, of course, right? That doesn't make any sense. So they got Dunnies, or they got I think Dunnies is just toilets. They got So they have like outhouse type deals going on, right?
Visit me.
It's probably cheaper than that, right? But if any place can get electricity, I don't see a reason why it can't have internet too. But it's probably more expensive than I think it is. But that's the sort of thing that's probably worth it, honestly. Probably worth it for the people, just to do that, in my opinion. I don't know. You know, I don't, you know, work in the government or whatever, but that's my guess. dual smelter swords. Yeah, dual smelter swords. Hey, you know what? Let's do it. You know what? Let's do it. You have a well for your water? Yeah. Well, you're not getting water piped to you. Where you live. I don't think any. I don't know. What was it you were saying to me again? Dual smelter swords. I can't even do. I don't even know the stats for that. There's like no chance in heck. Fine, I'll get dual smelter swords. Okay, you know what? You want dual smelter swords? You get dual smelter swords. Congratulations. I'll do. I need to buy some stuff. I need to buy a bunch of junk anyway. I need to get Crypt Black Sword anyway. Okay. So we'll do dual smelter swords. We'll do stupid dual smelter swords. We'll goof around with dumb dual smelter swords. We got a bunch of soul vessels. It's all fine. Okay. But I gotta go rescue Ornifex. Where is she? I gotta rescue stupid Ornifex. Oh yeah. Right here. Yeah, we're gonna do Crypt Black Sword too. Crypt Black Sword's coming up. That's coming in hot. We're gonna do Crypt Black Sword very soon. Crypt Black Sword is very much gonna happen. It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be bad. I'm gonna hate it the whole time, but we're gonna do it anyway. Because that's what we do around here. We just test random weapons, and they're terrible, and they do nothing, and then we all laugh. That's how it works. That's the system. Okay, Frigate Branch, yeah. Okay. Oh, it's Twinkling Titanite here too. Actually, this is actually really good. There's Twinkling Titanite here too. So I'm glad you convinced me to grab it. We're gonna need that for Havel's armor. Twinkling Titanite, yep. Yeah, it's such a great weapon. I love Crypt Black Sword. Yeah, it's not bad at all. Oh no, I need Fang. No, no! No, you stupid video game. What are you doing? No! Oh wait, no, we get it. Okay, never mind. We don't need two. We only need one. We only need one for this. I almost forgot how this worked. I thought I needed a Fragrant Branch to open the door. But no, I only need one Fragrant Branch, because I get the key from this guy. And then... yeah, Crypt Black Sword is my favorite weapon. It's so great. It's such a great weapon. Let's actually try it out. We're gonna give it a shot right now. And we might try it again on Ivory King. What up, homeboy? What up, princess? Give me your clothing so I can wear it. Okay, well okay, well, well, that didn't go to plan. Give that another shot. Yes, the Lion Knight, more dangerous than Ava. Just absolutely eradicated. Yes, crushed to death, annihilated by the Lion Warrior. Absolutely annihilated by the Lion Warrior. So we're going to test Crypt Black Sword, Roaring Halberd, Crypt Black Sword, Roaring Halberd, I guess Smelter Swords, even though I know they're bad. but I mean, we know that all the weapons are bad in the game, so just as well. Did you know there's like no good weapons in this whole game? Did you know there's like only bad weapons in this game? It was Miyazaki's directive. He's like, oh, okay, cool. We got Fang Key. Miyazaki was like, I want to make sure players know that they're really up Poop Creek with our weapon system. We got to make sure we have only bad weapons in the game. No good weapons. That's what Miyazaki told his team while designing this game. He said it's very crucial that only bad weapons... I love Fire Longsword. Fire Longsword is actually really good. But it's not good because it's actually good. You know what? I haven't messed with the Longsword either. Oh, I've already messed with Curved No Greatsword. That already happened. Curved No Greatsword, that ship sailed on that one. I have that. I have that weapon. That's already done. Want me to use it? I'll pull it out and use it actually. It's bad, absolutely abysmal. Just complete joke. Just a complete joke of a weapon. Yeah, it's freaking sucktacular. This thing sucks. The AR is massive, but there's a couple problems with it. You can't buff it, and it's also a curved greatsword, so it's just like sucks automatically. That's another weapon we need to try is a longsword too. I actually need to go through the trouble of getting a longsword too and trying it, but I know it's not going to be good. But I'm gonna try it anyway. Because you can heavy attack with a longsword. I mean, it's probably okay. Yeah, sucktacular. That's correct. Oh boy, missed. Isn't that just awesome? I love my weapons when they miss and they don't hit their targets because of this Dark Souls 2 stuff. No, whips are bad. Whips are just garbage. There's like some meme uses for them. They're not completely useless, but they're very close. And see, notice how it only does like 560 damage. It should do way more than 560 damage. This weapon is very bad.
Thank you.
This weapon is like very, very, very bad. Like very tragically terrible. Yeah, it's unfortunate. Whips will never be. Well, the thing about whips is you can poison people with spotted whip. So spotted whip is okay-ish. It's not good, but you can use spotted whip. You can actually do some meme stuff with spotted whip. You can like power stance 2 spotted whips and poison some enemies really easily. So it's not worthless. But it's very close to being very bad. There it is, the spotted whip. Now where's Roaring Halberd? Oh, I don't have the soul for Roaring Halberd. Yeah, I need. Okay, cool. So let's try to equip it. Okay, let's see how much does this weigh. 22. Okay, that's great. Yeah, so this weighs 22 souls. That's awesome. How do I get the blue one? How do I get the blue one? Do I need to go to Artifacts to the blue one? This is the red one, right? What's going on with these What's going on with this weapon? One second. I need to like get to the boss. I'm like delaying the inevitable of having to fight this stupid boss. So you can't infuse it, I don't think. Can you? Yeah, you can't infuse it, so it sucks. The fact that you cannot infuse this does suck. And the scaling is just like all over the place. What even is the scaling right now? One second. Yeah, this weapon's really bad. This weapon's like really unbelievably bad. How many bones do I have? One second, I need to see how many bones I have. Oh, come on. What are you doing? Oh, I only have 13. Oh, this is gonna be bad. Oh, this is really terrible. This weapon's gonna do literally nothing. Can I even buff it? Can I even buff it? Can I even buff it? No, of course I can't buff it. Of course I can't buff it. Why would I be able to buff it? Why would I be able to buff it? Oh, okay, that's... Oh, okay, okay. Okay, it only costs all of its durability. Okay, so that's great. It only costs 100% of its durability. Does it at least... Is it at least buffed now? Is that what's going on with it? Is it at least buffed? It only costs all of its durability. Buffalo wings? No, I actually don't like buffalo wings, personally. I don't like buffalo sauce. That's kind of weird. Yeah. Yeah, you can't buff it. You can't buff it at all. Yeah, that's just great. Always a great sign when you can't buff a weapon. That's usually the first sign that a weapon is just really good, is that you can't buff it. That's always a great start for a weapon. There are some exceptions, but that's a really great start for a weapon when you can't buff it. You know, because a weapon is because that means a weapon is too good. You know, they know that it would be broken if you could buff it. You know, so they just don't let you buff it, and then that way the weapon. Okay, yeah, awesome. It's 22 pounds too. Yeah, so it weighs 22. So I can't even have it on. I can't even have it equipped without without fat rolling or slow rolling or whatever. However you want to put that. Yeah, it's just so good. Because weapons is just so amazing. I love weapons that are 22 pounds. I love weapons that weigh this much. It's like, yeah. You know, it's like the worst thing in the world is when a weapon is light. You know, because that way you can actually roll really far, you know? And you want to make sure that you don't roll very far because you might lose track of your character. So it's really important that your weapons weigh a lot, and then that way you'll never lose sight of them. Very important. Very, very, very important for the game. Okay. Let's grab this. I was gonna spend more souls. Hold up, I gotta spend more souls. Oh my god. Ugh. And I don't even I don't have any yeah, that's true. Exactly, that's a good point. Well, I want to spend them. And then I have to do Frozen Outskirts, and hopefully I'll be able to do Frozen Outskirts before the end of the stream. But I kind of got distracted by all the random stuff. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of buffalo sauce. It's okay. It's just not my favorite thing. I don't like how acidic, and it's like a hot and acidic. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I wonder why. I wonder why the ice rapier is just in my hands again. I wonder if maybe it has something to do with the fact that the ice rapier is good. That might have something to do with it. I think scientists are still debating this, but I think maybe it has something to do with ice rapier being good, as opposed to bad. Okay, we need to infuse this. But I think that's up for scientific debate. I think that's a matter for scientific debate. Okay, where is the mail breaker? We'll go fire 2, I guess? I guess I can go lightning. Yes, let's go lightning. Okay, so let's look at mail breaker. Okay, 1 oh, that's bad. That's stinky bad. Okay, never mind, mail breaker's bad. Mail breaker's bad. Okay, no good. Mail breaker's really bad. A spotted repair though, look at that. Wait. What's going on with it? 105, 102, okay, yeah. Okay. 161, 161. 164, yeah, but it's more durable. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Where's Dark Weapon? There it is. Okay, what am I doing again? Crit Black Sword. No, there's no way. 0% chance. 0% chance that a Spotted Repair is better. It might be better against Sin. It might be better against Sin, and it might be better against Ava, and it might be better against Lud and Zalin, and that's it. Because I think it has higher durability. But we're gonna try. We're gonna test it out right here, and we're gonna find out if that's actually a real thing. But what was I doing? Oh, we need to go to Brightstone Cove. Yeah, so I like vinegars and stuff, but I like mild vinegars. I don't like really acidic things. I don't like really hot and acidic things. If something's like spicy, I want it to not be that acidic, and if something's acidic, I want it to be not that spicy. Generally, I think when that combination of things in particular, I really hate. Personally, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but it's the kind of thing that I think, oh wow, look at that. That's something you don't see every day. Oh. I'm moving. I mean, we'll mess around with the Spotted Repara, definitely. But not right now. Because against a Sin, he can break 2 weapons. If you don't attack him right, he can break 2 weapons. So I want to see if a Spotted Repara can kill Sin or Lunzalin. Yeah, that's true. The Vanquish Seal. Because it's not about whether or not a weapon is good or not, it's about whether or not a weapon is lucky. That's the thing that they need to, that's the thing that people need to understand. They need to get that through their heads. Is like a weapon isn't good, a weapon is lucky. Oh. Ah, it's so lame. What a meme. What a meme that is. 1 second. Where is it? Ah! Freaking enemies. There we go. Yeah, that's why I died, is because I didn't have the Vanquisher Seal on. Very astute observation of you. That I died because of the lack of Vanquisher Seal. Definitely. Come on. How do I break this? How do I break this thing? Oh my god. How am I supposed to break that? Is the ice reaver? Oh. Is it gonna make you happier if I die with some other weapon in my hand? Or I guess we can do the Espada Repara for a bit here. Let's try the Espada Repara out. Let's mess around with it. Yeah, look at that. Ooh, yeah. Baby girl. Baby girl. Oh, shoot. Well, there goes the souls. Okay. Huh. I have to come back and deal with it at some point. Because I gotta get inside the well. That's true, I did not need those souls. That's actually a good point. I would have preferred to have had them, but it's life for you. What the heck? Holy... You don't see this every day. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't even know about these. This is totally a New Game Plus thing. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't worry, everybody. It'll be fine. What do they drop? Oh, they drop Divine Blessings. Okay. Okay, I'm familiar with your game now. Suddenly. Look at that. You just don't see that every day. Oop. Wow, it took like 5 attacks. Okay. Okay, come here. No, I love the Dark Orb. Dark Orb is my best friend. Me and Dark Orb are in a relation, I'm cheating on my wife with Dark Orb. I'm very much cheating on my wife with the Dark Orb. There's no way around it. Me and Dark Orb, we served in the war together. We fought together. We were there, me and him were there at Iwo Jima. and and trying to think of and Hanoi, whatever. Don't you dare talk about the Emerald Herald like that. She's my best friend. That's the thing about the Emerald Herald. She's my best friend. She's my only friend in the world. I swore to be by the Emerald Herald forever. Uh-oh. I swore her I swore her everything. But I'm also completely gay. I gotta keep this a family stream. Gotta not be making jokes like that. But no, me and the Dark Orb are totally in I'm cheating on my wife with Dark Orb. Yeah, you heard me. Absolutely. Me and Dark Orb, we're in a thing together. We got a thing going on. Yeah. Absolutely. That's the rich fiction. As much as I love my wife, the Emerald Herald, and as much as I love our kids, including Lud and Zalin, and including Lud, Zalin, Vendrick. Vendrick's one of our kids. Covetous Demon, there's another one of our kids. Mytha, there's another kid of ours, yeah. As much as I love our... How many bosses are there? 25 or something? As much as I love my wife, Emerald Herald, and our 25 children, I am totally also cheating on her with Dark Orb. There's no way around it. I can't deny it. We go to the bar. We go to the bar and we dance for hours all night. Oh, listening to Chappelle Rowan and you know, whatever the heck else plays at bars like that. We're listening to Chappelle Rowan. We're all like, me and Dark Orb are at the, and I'm wearing like hot pants. I'm wearing like bright pink like short shorts, and me and Dark Orb are like dancing to Hot to Go. We're all like, you can take me hot to go, and that's what's going on. That's the kind of relationship me and Dark Orb have. And my wife is at home watching our 25 children, all 25 of them. While me and Dark Orb party all night long. That's the thing, and I'm wearing hot pants and a belly shirt the whole time. I'm like, oh, Dark Orb, you really know how to treat a man. Unlike my beautiful wife, the Emerald Herald. That's me. That's actually what I do. That's actually the kind of person I am. I'm kidding. That's actually not at all the kind of person I am. But it is really funny that I'm saying that about Dark Orb. It's like, who knew that? You know, see, that's the thing, is that people, they don't respect the love between a man and a video game spell. People these days. No, this is New Game 6. This is New Game 6 right now. Yeah, so like I was saying, so people don't respect the love between a man and a spell, and a video game spell. They just don't get it. You know, there's people out there and they're like, we don't like the love between a man and a video game spell. It's unnatural. That's what they say. It's like God is against the love between a man and Dark Orb. But I say, phooey. I say, how am I supposed to break this? Is there someone who was saying? Oh no, somebody was saying firebomb. So people don't like the love between a man and a video game concept. I really need to keep this as family as I can. I don't know why this is going this weirdo place. We're talking about me going to bars with spells. Uh-oh. Yeah, Dark Orb's the best spell in the game. It's really good. But like I was saying, yeah, so me and Dark Orb are going to the bars together, while my wife has no idea that I'm sleeping with Dark Orb. She knows. Actually, my wife does know. That's the thing about my wife, the Emerald Herald. She's a huge pervert. And she does know. She totally knows. She totally knows what's going on. You know? But because I'm a great father to the children, and because I am in a committed semi-monogamous relationship with Dark Orb, it's not really monogamous, obviously, because I'm also with the Emerald Herald, right? So that's the fiction. Me, the Emerald Herald, and Dark Orb, and kind of a weirdo thing. But you know, we got that kind of relationship. Oh shoot! Ah, fudge! Oh, it took me so long to do. God, it's gonna be miserable. That's gonna be miserable to get back to. That's gonna be completely miserable to get back to. Oh boy. Is it still broken? Let's just do it fast. Oh, it's back. Oh no, that sucks so bad. Can I just turn invisible? Can I just Sekiro stealth kill these enemies? Is that an option? Oh, this is gonna suck so bad. Because I'm insane. Because I'm a madman. Sorry. Because I'm a crazed weirdo. Because I'm going all the way to +8 with, or I'm +7 with Covenant Champions. Like a complete madman. Oh, you know what I can do? Let's try this. Let's just go Yearn. Let's just Yearn him. This will probably work. Okay, no, it didn't work. Oh, my children? My children, Vendrick, Nishandra, Aldia, Ludden's Allen, Ivory King, that's his name, Connor, Last Giant, yeah. That's what's going on. That's the deep lore. That's the deep lore for some reason. This is gonna suck so bad. I should have just done this in New Game. I should have just done this in New Game. This is gonna be real lame. Or I think the big one... Okay, I guess the big pigs don't respawn. Fudge. But yeah. They don't respect the love between a man and a spell. That's for sure. But it's okay. I don't understand. I don't expect them to understand. I don't expect the haters to understand. Whoop. 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 Oh god. I'm lying to you all, by the way. I'm not really like that. I don't want to deceive people. I'm entirely joking. That was the whole truth? Yeah, I wish. Actually, I don't wish. No. Unfortunately, that's not the truth. I'm very much committed to my wife, who I haven't seen in 10 years. But we'll be back eventually. Whoop. Come on. Whoop. Whoop. Actually, I'm telling the truth. Never mind. I seem to have forgotten that I am in fact telling the truth. I gotta admit I'm married to the game. I gotta just be honest with myself. All the stuff about wearing short shorts, though. Well, I mean, I guess technically I'm wearing short shorts right now. Well, they're not short shorts, but like whatever. They're shorts. That actually is the truth. To a certain extent, it is the truth. I gotta be real. That actually is the truth. It's like sort of true. I don't go to bars or anything like that. That's the thing, is I don't go to bars. I don't drink like at all. Oh god, why? Why is this hard? I need the stupid staff. I need the stupid staff. Because I don't drink. Something I don't do is I don't drink. Okay. I mean, no spells is actually totally legit. No spells is completely legit. On new game, at least. As you start getting in higher cycles, you need spells. But for new game, it's actually just fine. Well, I don't go to bars. That's the thing, is I don't go to bars. And that's the other thing, is that, like, ultimately... The other problem with bars is that, oh, I only, you know, I'm a very monogamous person by nature. Uh-oh. So, yeah, I don't really go to bars or anything like that. It's not really how I work. Oop. But someday I'll see my wife again. Someday I'll see my wife again. She's busy, though. She's busy. Being a lawyer. Or whatever it is she's doing. I don't know, because I haven't really talked to her in 10 years. But maybe I'll get really lucky soon and I'll see her again soon. Oh god. Why? No, 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 no. Ah! Ah! Okay, we just gotta snipe the archers. And then we can pick off the other ones. We're gonna snipe the archers and pick off the other ones. This staff, by the way, is really easy to get in default DS2. So it's only in Scholar of the First Sin where this is a huge pain. If I was playing normal DS2, this would be really easy. Oh my god. Just doesn't end with this place. Water is good for me? Yes, I know. Yeah, sorry, I'm anger. I'm angry. I'm heckin' angry. If only my wife were here, she could tell me all about that startup that she works for. That I know nothing about. Some like random healthcare startup that sucks. That I know like nothing about. I'm sure that would cheer me up. Oop. She's the Emerald Herald. She's kind of like the Emerald Herald, actually. Emerald Herald's a little Caitlyn core, for sure. For sure, Emerald Herald's a little Caitlyn core. Okay, then we need to go to Ornifex after this. Because I want Crypt Black Sword. God, this just sucks. This enemy sucks so bad. Okay. Come on. It's so weird that you don't have to do this part. It's like actually really weird that you don't have to do this part. This part's like completely optional. It's like actually really weird that this part is optional. I'm like not sure why. But I guess it's fun to do. You may as well do it once during this whole process. Because why not? Let's just do it. Let's just get this area done with. There's really only one piece of treasure here at all. This is like the main issue with this place. Is that there's literally only like one piece of treasure. There's actually one other cool thing to show here, show off here. There's like one other thing I'm going to show off if I can. Yeah, she's busy being a lawyer in New York. I don't know anything about New York or what she's doing there or how it's going, but I know that's what she's doing. Okay, interesting. But I think her family doesn't even live here anymore. Only her brother is still. Oh, I think only one of her brothers does. I don't know about her other brother, but I know her older brother still lives here. I was good friends with him for a long time, and he still lives here. But I don't even know if her younger brother still lives here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm telling you guys about my my wife or fiance or whatever. Which I know does not make me seem good, because it's like weird. I don't like know her. But that's a problem for another day. That's a problem for another day. Got lots of work to get done here. For the souls? Oh yeah. Well, no, what we're doing here is we're getting Staff of Judgment, and there's a couple other things I'll show you guys here while we're here. Whoop. Stab. Yes, thank you. Okay, I'll show you, there's one other thing I'll show you here too. Oh, we still gotta clear out more pigs. Okay, let's try to not, or wait, no, we can cheese the stupid guy. We can actually cheese the dumb enemy here. The stupid, so first things first, let me show you this. So guess what? Lacerating arrows, those 15 lacerating arrows are the only 15 lacerating arrows in the entire game. So there's literally no bleed arrows in the game except those 15. Those are the only ones. Which is fine because bleed sucks anyway. So it's fine, it doesn't matter. Yeah, these are literally the only 15 lacerating arrows in the entire game. There is no other source of lacerating arrows but those 15. It's like really wacky. It's like really bizarre and wacky. It makes no sense. Very strange. Yeah, but her brother was telling me a long time ago that this is years ago that her mom got a job at a university in like Oklahoma or something. I don't actually know what state it is, but it doesn't really matter. So she moved all the way out to Oklahoma or something. And that was years ago. That was years and years ago. Her boyfriend is the friend of her. She has a boyfriend, and it's the friend of her. It's a friend of her younger brother. And her younger brother used to play League of Legends, but that was a long time ago. It's been a long time. Can I finish? Let's see. Can I finish killing him from this? Let's see. There we go. Maybe I can go for the window. Hold up. Maybe we go from the window here? Or you can... Does this work? Oh, that's so... Oh no, it worked. Sweet. Okay, cool. Look at that. There we go. Yeah, Dark Orb does work. What can't Dark Orb do? You know? What can't Dark Orb do? I don't know. I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, I really want that staff. And then we're gonna go talk to Ornifex. And then I know I put off stupid and then we'll talk to Ornifex. Oh yeah, one more pig. Oh. She actually has a really impressive resume too. It's really interesting. So she's worked it's so good. It's so freaking good. So she's worked for like a bunch of different places. She has like a ton of experience as a lawyer actually. It's like really crazy. It's like really insane how hard she's worked in the last like 10 years or whatever. Okay. Well, those are cool looking pants. So I guess it's probably relatively prestigious to work for a startup. Honestly, it's probably really prestigious to work for a startup, and I just don't understand how prestigious it is to work for a startup. It's not something that I am like familiar with. Because I have my own kind of stuff to do. Okay, what am I doing? Oh wait, we light torch. And then we just go run to the door. So we could pick off them with... We could pick off the mages, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, we just need to kill the thingamajig. Oh no! No, not the invader! Oh. Oh. So bad. The invader. You know what's so stupid about this? I actually have to see her. I have to rescue Artifacts again later. So I actually shouldn't even be here right now. There's like no point in me doing this because I have to come back later for Roaring Halberd. Or no, Roaring Halberd's from... This is actually the last time. I think. I think this is the last time I have to talk to Ornifex. Okay, yeah, I get it. Yeah, rigmarole. Sure. Payment, whatever. Come on. Move along. Okay, trade. Thorn Great Sword, Defender Great Sword, Watcher. So these are okay too. These are actually okay weapons as well. They're really not very good, but they're okay. Okay, we need Crypt Black Sword. Oh, and okay, so I need Blue Smelter though too. Whatever, we'll just do this. No, forget that weapon. So I have to come back for Blue Smelter Sword too. Because I traded the stupid soul for Red Smelter. I traded the stupid soul for Red Smelter. For Red Smelter Sword on accident. So I need to come back after the next cycle's Blue Smelter. To get Blue Smelter Sword too. What a pain. What a pain. What a huge pain. Okay. Now we're going to upgrade Crypt Black Sword. We're not, because in theory, Crypt Black Sword should actually be pretty decent. Well, I don't have the stats for it. The problem is I don't have the stats for it, so I'm actually just wasting my time. Because I literally don't have the stats for it, and it weighs 1 billion tons. Yeah, it weighs 24. So it's just already just completely worthless. Already just like a complete joke. Oh, this sucks so bad. Why did I even get this thing? Oh, this is actually just a complete joke. This is just worthless. This weapon is completely worthless. Literally worthless. Just completely worthless. Has no value at all. Just a completely worthless weapon that does nothing. Awesome. Okay, what was the other thing I was looking at? Oh, Staff of Judgment. Staff of Wisdom. Let's just upgrade that right now. While I'm here. Because I definitely have to upgrade that. Okay. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, we'll finish. Okay. We'll upgrade that real fast.
Well,
Okay. Let's just buy a bunch of these. Okay.
visit.
Oh, do I have no chunks? Uh-oh. Hmm. No, I don't know souls. Okay, I'm out of souls. Cool. So that'll be a good place to go to Frozen Outskirts next time. I guess I can do Dark Weapon too here. No, we'll play with it again. Let's see what it does. Okay, so first off, stat requirements are completely insane. Okay, that's awesome. Yeah, I love... Oh, wow, look at the scaling on this. What the heck? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. I'm putting the pieces together here. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I'm putting the pieces together on this weapon, actually. Uh-oh, this weapon. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'm starting to realize what's going on here. I'm putting the pieces together here. Uh-oh. I don't even have enough petrified dragon bones to finish it off. I need 2 more. I'm like running out of these dumb things. Hold up. Speaking of which, yeah, well, it's the AI. The AR is really high. Hold up. I need to look up Sir Longsword too. Bewitched Alon Sword. 1800. Petrified Dragon Bone. Uh-oh. Okay, there's still a lot of work left to be done, actually. I need to look at Sir Longsword too. And it looks kind of bad. I don't think that's worth doing. Hold up, what does Ava's Soul do? Soul of Ava. What does this give me? Ivory Straight Sword. I need to look up straight swords too. At some point I need to look up straight swords. Okay, Crypt Black Sword is kind of interesting here. I don't have enough to fully upgrade it though, but watch. The AR in this thing is insane. This thing hits like a truck. So we're gonna kill like 1 enemy with this thing before I call the stream. Before I end stream. And then I also want to look at Sir Alon's sword. That's another weapon I want to look at, a Sir Alon's sword. But I'm like running out of twinkling, I'm like running really hardcore out of resources, out of petrified dragon bones. So I could farm them in LD's Keep or something. There are ways around this, but not that are like fast. Okay, let's see how this does. Okay, that should one-shot. Okay, it did. Okay, that one-shot. Okay, well, you got it. You get me there. There you go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, the fun has evaporated immediately, actually. The fun is over. That's about it. That's what it does. That's what it does. That's all it does. Oh, I don't have it infused. Hold up, let's go infuse it. Let's take a look at what the infusion does for it. So it does one thing. It just one-shots, it just backstabs enemies to death. And it knocks enemies down. So that's okay. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I wouldn't ever use it against a boss, but it's against any boss that matters, but it's okay. It's also heavy. It's also ridiculously heavy for no real upside to either. Where's Dark? Does it even benefit from an infusion? It's a lot of dark damage. Okay, okay. It's a lot of dark damage, so if you want to deal dark damage, I guess we got this weapon has you covered. Okay, but if I don't one-shot this enemy coming up ahead, that's not good. For this much weight, I should just one-shot this enemy coming up ahead. And then I'm also going to look up Sir Alon's sword too. And Roaring Halberd. So I need like a ton of... I hate petrified dragon bones. Okay, well we know it can do that. Okay, come here. Come here, can I buff it? No, I can't buff it. No, no, it's bad. It's so bad, actually. Never mind, it's worthless. It's a trash weapon. Awesome. Okay, let's do a little compare and contrast here. Let's see how this guy goes. Let's see how this... It's just a waste of petrified dragon bones. I just wasted petrified dragon bones. I just wasted petrified dragon bones. Yeah, okay, whatever. Yeah, it's fine. I just wasted a ton of petrified dragon bones. I just wasted a huge number of petrified dragon bones. When I literally have to test... Yeah, because I can't... Or... Oh, okay, maybe you're right, actually. That's a good point. Never mind, let's try that. Let's mess with that, actually. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Okay, fair enough. We'll try that. That's a good point. That's a good point. Maybe I can buff it with Dark. Oh, there we go. Oh, I can. Okay, okay, never mind. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. Okay, okay, never mind. Never mind. Okay, let's give this another shot. Yeah. Nice. That's on me. I thought I couldn't buff it. Okay, we're gonna try this. We're gonna try Dark Weapon on it too. Because the Dark AR in this should be just monstrously high. I should just snap this enemy in half like a twig. Let's give this a shot. Oh, that's disappointing. That's so disappointing for all that work. Oh, God. Well, that's so disappointing. God, that's so much work. I mean, it clean League 1 combos them, but... Ah. Well, let's try knocking him back. Let's try the R2. Boom. Okay, I mean, whatever. It's fine. Well, okay, so here's why this doesn't work. Here's why this doesn't work. Let me show you why this doesn't work as a weapon. Why this is just not a good weapon. Okay, come here. Come here, Mr. Enemy. Come here, you kawaii little bastard. Come here. Oh, look at that. So you're saying it's... Look at... And notice the 3-hit. Notice that's the same number of hits. How it's literally the same number of hits. And it weighs way less. And it was way easier to upgrade. And it does everything else just as well. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous how bad that weapon was. How bad Crit Blacksword is. I know, literally just a complete waste of points. I feel bad for myself. But you know what? It's part of the process. We gotta test this stuff out. We gotta learn. We gotta learn the hard way. Sometimes. Truly, Caitlin wants me to suffer and try these weapons out and learn the hard way. That's what Caitlin wants. That's what Caitlin needs. Okay. Huh. Look at his little shorts. He's got like a pair of shorts on underneath the robe. This is a new one. This literally takes the cake. I've never seen this before. This is actually completely... This is out and out the weirdest thing I've ever seen in a Souls game, I think. This is completely new. And he's just stuck. Just silence. Can I push him? What happens if I push him? Can I push him? Doesn't want to move. Is he just falling really slow? His health bar's gone. Okay, what happens if... Come on. I can't... So I can push him a little bit here. It's like really slow to do. There we go. Now we're hauling ass. Literally. Come on. Hold up. Let's look at... Let me take a break here and look at the Soul of Alon here. So I need to get that for the next cycles. I need to get Alon's soul. And I need to transform that into the sword, the Bewitched Alon sword. Because apparently you can double buff with it. So there's like... It has like a crappy moveset. But you can... There's like a move you can do with it that gives the blade extra damage. And you can stack it with other weapon buffs, I think. But it only lasts 30 seconds, so it's like really terrible. It's like really abysmally bad. Anyway, I'm going to end stream in a second here, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching whatever the heck I'm doing. This is... Okay, well, I guess maybe I attack him? Let's try. There he goes. Okay, that was really weird. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. I gotta go to bed. I gotta finish eating and then go to bed. Brush my teeth. And then... So, next cycle, we're gonna try Bewitched Alon Sword. We're gonna try we need Roaring Halberd too. Let's see here. Oh, Bewitched Alon Sword might be really good. It doesn't get that much elemental though. Oh no, never mind, it's really good. Yeah, it's really good actually. Okay, we'll try Bewitched Alon Sword too. So we'll try Bewitched Alon Sword and then Roaring Halberd, yeah. So hold up, let's teleport to the place where we need to be for the next fight, which is Expulsion Chamber. I guess I could do Ivory King first next time. So, and then I need to research Straight Swords. So I need to research Straight Swords, and then Bewitched Elan Sword, and then Roaring Halberd. What was the other weapon I got? Nah, Frigate Smelter Sword. It's junk. Curved Nail Greatsword is junk. This was junk. That was junk. Junk. Macedon Halberd is pretty okay. Yeah, so anyways, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow for another live stream. Thanks for watching. Oh wait, 1 second. I forgot I don't have this end stream button hotkeyed properly. Yep, thanks for watching. The stream tomorrow night, no stream